The kickoff to go out of the end zone. They are trying to incentivize the teams to hit it in that landing zone. Maybe a little too.
Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check.
6 yards deep there, Chris, into the end zone.
Newly minted Jordan Love will get the start in the preseason opener for the Packers. Just signed a 4-year, $220 million extension with an NFL record $75 million signing bonus. Not bad work if you can find it. Former Raider Josh Jacobs is in the backfield, and he's going to get it on first down, and it's got a run of about 6 yards. Right.
So the Browns playing, what, 3 starters today so far, from what we've seen?
Presented to you by Binary Defense. As you can see, no defensive linemen from the starters are playing today. You do see Devin Bush, former Steeler and Seahawk, lined up next to Mahmoud Diabate, a pair of starters in Delpit and Emerson. That lineup brought to you by Binary Defense, the trusted cybersecurity partner of the Cleveland Browns. 2nd and 4.
Just got bright up in the stadium, huh? Good tackle. Good tackle by Mahmoud.
Last year as an undrafted free agent.
Oh, yeah, he's got that physicality and the size, 6'4", 225, and now he's got to cover a Pro Bowl running back in Josh Jacobs in the.
That's one-on-one, too, with Josh Jacobs on the outside by Mahmoud. It's going to be any kind of good defensive play you see here in this kind of situation from these guys. It's going to be a good time.
Ronnie Hickman, the 2 undrafted players to make the 53-man roster last season.
Quentin Jefferson out there.
3rd and 5 for Love.
Martin Emerson out there, too.
So the ones with Green Bay getting some run today.
Good push by Obo. Oh, he got beat. Ronnie Hickman. Yeah, not surprised by that.
65 yards on the pass play.
Looks like one-on-one coverage. It looks like he just got one up there.
Torched.
And that was Ronnie Hickman. You mentioned one of the undrafted free agents who played well last year, but Hickman working as a quarterback.
Yeah, one-on-one out there on the island.
Free release. You see, reach for the hand there.
Didn't do anything to slow down the timing of that, and then they didn't get enough pressure, too, to slow that down.
That's not what Jim Schwartz wanted to see from his defense playing their man coverage.
Anders Carlson, who is in a kicking battle, one of 3 kickers on the roster, and he nails the PAT. So Ronnie Hickman, a little gimpy after that. It's the former Buckeye gets torched, and the Packers have a 7-0 lead.
Yeah, it's a young player making a young mistake there, gets left on the island. A one-on-one there, and he gets beat by just a pretty basic route. Yeah, and the Browns, but it's Ronnie Hickman's out there. It's not really starters on defense, so I wouldn't be too concerned. All right, let me make sure everything is set up here. I'm going to get to the super chats in just one moment. Mighty says, can't wait to see what the coaches implement. Let's see here. All right. That should be much better. Yeah, I think we'll see. We'll see how they come out and try to adjust. I mean, you knew it was going to be a tough task when it was the starters for Green Bay going up against what is essentially like 2s and 3s for the Browns defense. You did have some 1s out there, right? Martin Emerson was out there. So it's not a complete second unit. And you did see a nice play from Mahmoud there. Just not a lot to really make out there. Just Ronnie got beat there. Now we're going to see Jameis get his first look out there. I was disappointed to see that even Elijah Moore isn't going to be playing today. Like, damn, dog. Like, that's definitely not a ton of people. He probably did pull a hammy. Like, when you get cooked like that, it is tough.
Well, JL, as in Jordan Love, delivered a picture-perfect pass to Dontavian Wicks, 65 yards to give the Green Bay Packers the 7-zip lead. And now, for the second time, we get to check out the dynamic return. Anders Carlson to boot it away. Pierre Strong back at his goal line in the landing zone. Let's see if we can get one in the landing zone.
I was going to say, this could be our first time seeing the dynamic return.
So it's James Prochet and Pierre Strong.
That one will end up in the landing zone and be returned. Strong has a little space.
Look, freeze. Nice return.
It is fun. And I'll tell you, Pierre Strong, I think, is going to be a difference maker for the Browns this season as that kick return.
All right, our quarterback profile brought to you by John Carroll University, building and
All right, Jameis, let's see what it is, man.
Winston, former number 1 overall pick by the Buccaneers in 2015, spent 5 years in Tampa, the last 4 as a backup in New Orleans. Getting the call this afternoon.
We got Posick out there.
On the offensive line and
Looks like Dewan.
backups at the skill positions. They'll swing it out to
Little Cedric Tillman screen here for a couple yards.
Your offensive lineup today brought to you by Binary Defense, the trusted cybersecurity partner of the Cleveland Browns. Binary Defense, fiercely protecting your everything. And these are the guys protecting Jameis Winston.
So Javion Cohen,
an undrafted rookie free agent.
the second guard.
And then the U. As for the guys carrying the ball, you'll see a lot of Jerome Ford and Pierre Strong.
Here to rock with you for another year. Appreciate the grind cue from Chosen Cartel. Thank you, man.
No chief today. That is
A little outside toss to Ford. It's going to be about 3rd and 6.
Ken Dorsey has been brought in here to kind of modernize the shotgun offense of the Cleveland Browns, to introduce some things like we saw in that first play where you have an inside zone option or a throwback screen. And Posey got out there in front of Cedric Tillman. The players, they like it. A little bit of freedom, some option routes, some choice routes, a lot of pre-snap motion. Now, we're not going to see all of that here in the preseason, but I can tell you the team...
Love the shine on the helmets.
In terms of innovation.
Winston, 3 4,000-yard passing seasons in the first 9 years of his career. Will be in the shotgun.
Cover 3. Just throw under. Get north. That's a first. Good job.
Like he's got enough,
easy read, easy money.
That's exactly what David Bell provided last season.
David Bell found that soft spot right there in the zone.
Nick Chubb on the sideline, no brace.
Sammy just sits down right there.
Good sit. Well, good recognition, knowing what you're in. Way to sit on it. Take the hit.
They love throwing him.
I'm telling you, David Bell is a little bit underrated because he's not going to crack the regular rotation, but he can be like the last dude on the field on a lot of different packages for wide receiver at least.
Tries to muscle his way forward, and that is one area where Jerome Ford, I think, can really improve in his 3rd season in Cleveland.
And we've talked a lot about the changes with Dorsey, but a big change in the running back room, Deuce Staley. And Deuce Staley is on Jerome Ford. Do not stop their feet. Last year, he had the highest percentage of runs for 0 or negative yards. When he puts his foot in the ground, gets north-south, that's been a point of emphasis, and you saw it where that could have been a no game last year. He still gets a couple of yards since you have for 2nd and 8.
And that is really, I mean, you missed
Michael Woods out there.
Field, but getting those 3 or 4 yards on first down when it looks like there was nothing. Winston on 2nd.
A little bit of time here. Good ball. Good ball. And then is that Michael Woods?
35-yard line, and it is good to see him.
All right, now.
Of course, last year he missed the entire season after he tore.
That's the first time we've seen Michael Woods in like 2 years. Oh, he missed a wide open Cedric Tillman, though.
There's still going to be a lot of what made Stefanski so good. Under center, hard play action, and you saw it there for a big gain.
Gain of 18 gets it inside the Packers 35.
Hey, keep it moving, keep it moving.
Winston again from the shotgun. Being
yeah, just go down.
Walker in there.
Was that right side that got beat?
Was Lucas Van Ness, their 1st-round pick in 2023. Left side of that line broke down.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a jailbreak as they brought up
Okay, that was Ethan Posick that got beat inside. Yeah.
Let's push back. And that's one of the concerns right now going into the season. We haven't seen Jed Wills. We haven't seen Jack Conklin. James Hudson has been good as
Second and 17 here.
Right tackle. But can he man that left side in the event that Jed is not ready? But the good news is Jed should be back soon.
And it looks like the Browns might have to burn it.
Hear that? Jed's going to be back soon. That's what Nathan Zagura just
And
said.
there's Kevin Stefanski to say, yeah, we need a timeout, which is part of the deal here in training camp and the preseason.
Prior to the delay of game, first, charge timeout, Cleveland. This will be a 30-second timeout.
Well, let's remember, Jameis Winston, even though he's a veteran, it's a new voice inside of his helmet.
Please.
It's a new voice and it's new verbiage. So sometimes, after a sack, a little discombobulated there, they have to burn the timeout.
All right, time right now for our keys to the game, brought to you by your local Kia dealers. Discover what happens when rugged capability meets true performance. Learn more at kia.com. Kia, movement that inspires.
Yeah, on the offensive side of the ball, it's the rhythm of the passing game, and we've seen that so far. Jameis Winston, 3 for 3 for 26 yards in the early going. The big one was that 18-yarder to Mike Wood, so that has been a good start here as the Browns now in Packers territory.
All right, we got trips tight.
Second and 17.
Super tight.
Winston again.
Stepped up, throw it. Good ball. Oh, Cedric. I think that's just Cedric being a little inexperienced
Where
there.
is the opening? It's behind
Yeah.
and in front of that safety. They were running a clear out vertical with a 7, a corner out.
That's a good corner, made a good play to get in that space, and the ball is a little off. That's not on Tillman. The play was there to be made, and it's the right decision to throw it. It's just
Feels a little bit like
not great execution there.
Joe Thomas. You think he's watching right now over in Germany?
I'm
where he's
sure
coaching
he is.
football.
He's got a big Stein with him, I'm sure.
Third and 17. Winston's going to dump it down. Woods is going to get it up to.
All right, Cade, let's see if you can kick again.
So now, do you let Cade York kick it?
Absolutely you do. Cade York, he's got a big leg. Who could forget in his first ever game with the Browns, a walk-off 58-yarder against the Carolina Panthers? Now, there have been struggles. He has bounced around the league, but he is back, and he has had a very good camp, according to Bubba Ventrone. In fact, he said that the last time they kicked in at the Cross Country Mortgage campus is the best he's ever seen York hit the ball. Let's see if he can do it now, though, with this pressure.
55-yarder from the right hash out of the hold of Corey Bajorquez.
He's got it.
All right, Cade York. Good for that kid.
Great for Cade York. And let me tell you something.
Good kick. That was good. Nice clean kick there for
Nathan
55.
Zagura, the Browns have their first points of the season. A 55-yarder, and he stripes it. Browns, get back.
Overall, you saw a couple of nice things from Jameis. He did miss a throw in there. It was a pretty tough throw, but I would say I'm fine with what I saw from Jameis in that one drive so far. There's still a lot more to go. The run game didn't look great. I think they ran the ball 3 times for 2 yards. Didn't really see much there. And then, I think Tillman looked pretty good in there. I think there's a chance that he could have a pretty nice game in this one. But it's just the drive got derailed by the offensive line. So it is what it is. And then it wasn't great that it was Posick that broke down there on one, but I'm not going to read into that too heavily as of right now.
Right from the blacktouch.com.
Over 20% of any sub.
Yeah, Kate looks a lot more confident out there kicking, which is good for him. He's got the talent. And now that the Browns have signed Dustin Hopkins to a long-term deal, I wonder what the plan is, because I thought that maybe the plan was, hey, if Dustin Hopkins, after his contract is up, you just move on, bring back Cade York and live with that. But if the plan now is to keep Dustin Hopkins, I hope K York can land somewhere else and be a solid kicker, because I think he will be. You know, he seems a lot more confident. I think that was the main thing, messing with his approach. And if he can have better control, and we'll see, because he's going to get a lot of chances to kick in this game, hopefully. Then that's really the consistency, is where he was getting kind of kicked off the field over the last couple of years. So that's where he needs that consistency. He has the distance and the strength and the leg strength. We all know that. Ronnie Hickman, this is from Fred Greetham, says he has suffered a back injury and is questionable to return. So I doubt he returns.
Browns get on the board thanks to a K York 55-yarder, and you can win big with Howard Haynes.
I don't think you need a left tackle. I don't think left tackle was what went wrong in that drive. You know, I think what went wrong in that drive was Ethan Posick got beat on a two-jet projection, sliding left. And then I think that was the only time that there was a sack. Like, I don't think that had much to do with the left tackle.
Wilson.
Now, that's the second time that's happened with K York. That's not good for K York. Got to get that thing in the target zone, right? He's going to have, again, this is the thing with K. We know he's got the leg power. Does he have the control? This is the second time he's kicked a opening kickoff out the zone. Now, it's new and it's new to everybody, but you're going to want to monitor that.
Official healthcare partner of the Cleveland Browns. It's none other than native Clevelander Mike Hall Jr.
Love Mike Hall Jr., third team All Big Ten last year, but he was a second-round pick of the Browns, and they have loved his explosiveness off the line.
All right, there's a new quarterback. That is Sean Clifford, former Penn State Nittany Lion.
The defense there, was that Grant Delpit on the tackle?
Browns there to make the stop.
Yeah, Grant Delpit's out there, huh?
Delpit. All right, time right now to check in with the third member of our team at DD Kinkawalla. This sideline report is brought to you by Elite Filter, the official gutter guard of the Cleveland Browns. Good afternoon, Aditi.
Good afternoon, Chris and Nathan. And Nathan, Mike Hall has an infectious energy about him, too. He told us how proudly he was a Browns fan growing up, and he said, even if the team was winning or losing, the fans were always amazing. And that was the piece that he was most excited about today.
Youngster, just 21.
Got a 1-1. Gotta win that.
Quarterback for the Packers, who is behind Grant Dubose on that.
Good job there. Good coverage.
For the Browns. Yeah, Mike Hall is a guy that adds some youth and athleticism to a awfully talented defensive line.
Got a one-on-one there with Obo Okoronkwo. Would have loved to see him break off and get a pressure there. He didn't, but when you see those opportunities on the offensive defensive line, you want to see somebody break through. You're going to look here. It's going to be another wide set depending on how they slide out. You're probably going to get the one-on-one on the inside. And it is. It's with Maurice Hurst. He gets held up pretty well. And, ooh, it's close. No flag. Good coverage by Khalif Halisi. It's going to be fourth down.
Man, the Browns picked up at the end of last preseason on the coverage.
Yeah, and he was getting a little handsy there. I didn't see anything on the
They're discussing
The
it.
officials now are talking and
Somebody threw a flag.
that they end up getting Khalif Halisi for a hold.
Holding. Defense number 25.
Yeah, it's a hold. That's a hold right there.
Around the waist, like it was
He had the waist, and then he held the hand. Can't
a
do
little bit
it.
of distance there, but the hands right there, and you can't do that. And that's one of the things that Brandon Lynch, the Browns quarterback coach, will be on him about. You cannot be handsy after that 5 yards. If you're playing this man coverage, you've got to get your hands.
You can hold once. You can't hold twice. That's the problem. He held twice.
That's an automatic first down.
Wouldn't know I didn't go to the freshman dance.
All right, this is a run.
A.J.
You can talk
Dillon,
about it if you need to.
the fifth-year
Oh, fumble.
Maruski. That is Bo Melton that picks it up, and he gets wrapped up by the veteran Rodney.
Oh, Bo Melton for
Good to
Rutgers.
see him back. Had a really solid 10-game run with the Browns a year ago before injuring his biceps. He is in his 13th, and this will indeed be his final NFL season.
Yeah, it's the swan song, and what a career. Undrafted out of Virginia to spend 13 years in this league, a Super Bowl winner with Jim Schwartz in Philadelphia. And he comes back from that bicep with just such a renewed zest. Said, we had unfinished business on this team. I needed to be back. And I'll tell you what, his secondary coach, Coach Bonda, is thrilled he is.
Little
Oh,
movement up front, and they're going to whistle the play. It looked like maybe
all right, Mike Hall out there.
defensive lineman moved.
They were certainly in the neutral zone.
Defense, number 92. 5-yard penalty.
This looks like a first game.
That's the hard count right there. And Clifford played a million games at Penn State, so even though he's only in his second NFL season, this guy's played a lot of football, got Sam Kamara. And sometimes in the preseason, Chris, right, guys are so eager to make that impact play. Sam Kamara trying to flash, not just for the Browns, but for the other 31 teams, a little too aggressive. And now you got second and short after the 5-yard penalty.
Kamara, the second-year pro out of Stony Brook, has made it 2nd and 1. And Dylan
Nice little tackle there, though, by with IT and Mike Hall there. Everybody there.
Preseason a couple of years ago out of
Just
Oklahoma.
burst through. I want to see a
2023
replay
on
of
the
that.
practice squad.
They could play
He
one.
had sack in 2022 against the Bengals, and he's a guy they like. They feel like they have 6 NFL caliber defensive tackles. And look at the push.
Yeah, good penetration. That was Isaiah Thomas. That block shed it.
Working against a guy who's been in the league for a while.
3rd and short for the Packers. We've seen them
All
score
right, they're in the tight bunch.
and get a defensive holding penalty on previous 3rd downs.
So run.
It'll be a handoff.
Oh, had the chance. Stood him up.
Not enough as Devin Bush is there.
Good job.
And for Bush,
Good job.
here, a former first rounder.
Much better set by the defense there.
Really solid. His
They're gonna go for that?
Then blew out his knee against the Browns
Yeah.
in season.
Great job filling. Great job filling by Devin Bush. It's a really good play by Devin Bush here. He fills his gap twice, hovers, mirrors that running back, stays over the chaos, and then does a good job of just staying back strong there to hold up that gap.
Why not? The Browns looking for a stop. Handoff again.
And it stopped short.
Gonna get it. 3
Great stand there by the defense.
Defense shines.
That was a really nice play by Devin Bush. If that's what Devin Bush's future is gonna have to be for him, right? He's gonna have to be a bit of a run thumper. If that's what he can be, then he might have a role on this team because the Browns do have some use for somebody who could be a little bit heavier, playing some run thump situation. He's not a good athlete anymore, so he's gonna have to do that Reggie Ragland run thump thing.
You buy one, you get one for this, and yeah, even that. Instacart and Publix.
But good stand there by the defense. I thought that was a pretty nice bounce back after a pretty poor first drive, where you pretty much gave a big play up off the bat. It looks like Tyler Huntley's going to be coming in for Jameis Winston. Damn, that's quick. That's quick. That's quick as hell. Yep. Yeah, it looks like Tyler Huntley's going to be coming in once we get back from commercial break. Damn, how long DTR going to play? Let's see here. What Brock Bowers do? Did Brock Bowers do something? Oh, Brock Bowers look good. All right, let's get back to the game.
These are pretty good seats. I gotta tell you about them. Field seats at Cleveland Brown Stadium. Some of the best in the house. They put you up close, personal thrill of the game, the sights and sounds. Limited quantities are available to purchase single game or season ticket options well before they are all gone. They loved what they saw defensively, so the Browns will start with the ball.
All right. Remember, Fetty is in there. Whippler is in there. Zach Zinter is in there.
It's the former Baltimore.
Interesting that Javion Cohen got snaps earlier than Zach Zinter. That's interesting.
Huge fans of Snoop. They're impressed with his.
All right, Snoop, let's see what you got, man.
His legs in the open field as well.
Jameis Winston, one drive and done. Finished 4 of 5 for 30 yards. Got 3 points.
Play action. We know Snoop can move.
Dumps it down to Jordan Akins, who gets
Nice little toss.
40-yard line. Go forth, tackles him after a gain of about 8.5.
This is classic Kevin Stefanski. The play action.
Snoop can move, man.
The top Tillman middle route, and then Akins underneath. Huntley does a great job getting to the edge, waiting for the zone to open, finding Akins for a great gain on first down.
Packers still with a handful of starters in there on the Browns' second offensive series. Pierre Strong is checked into the backfield. On second and short, it'll be Strong. And he is bottled up for no gain. May have lost a yard.
Yo, Pierre Strong makes one cut and then his legs decide to give out on him every time. Like after that one cut, Pierre Strong is either running for 20 yards or he's just down on the ground. Like he has the worst contact balance I've ever seen in my life.
Vertical guy, and if you can get him in space.
Not I've seen in my life, but he's got to have the worst contact balance on the roster.
Hammer Deontay Foreman, about 230 pounds.
Ooh, we got an old running back room.
That's the role Foreman's going to play this year, and perhaps more.
Third and short. It's a handoff again, and once again, Strong has nowhere to go.
That drive just was nothing burger.
Push up there. TJ Slayton, the big man, along with Lucas Van Ness. And so 4th and 4. Come on.
It's the preseason. Let's go for it right now as these teams are going to go. And it's kind of similar, right? A nice gain on first down, and then you try to run it up the middle, pick up the first down, and both times the Packers were thwarted by the Browns. Now the Browns thwarted by the Packers. Let's get Tyrone Huntley here. I give him a run-pass option. Get him on the edge, see what he can do with his legs, and put a little stress on
This thing going to...
Calling strategy game 1 of the preseason. Segura, way to go. 4th and 4, Huntley.
Oh, they fucked up the mesh, but he got up. They're going to call some kind of hold. They're going to call an RPI on that. It feels like they're going to call the pick play.
Run route.
And looked like
That's coming back.
But there's also a flag back here at the 40.
Pass interference. Offense, number 19.
Yeah.
Cedric Tillman. I called it a rub route. John Hussey called it a penalty.
Yeah, you can't completely fuck up this pick play and think that they're not going to call it, right?
It's a mesh concept. He's going to be running this way. Bell coming the other way. And what you're trying to do is get in the way of the defender.
Yeah, you can't do it. Can't do it like that. Can't do it like that.
Hey, that was a very tough call. David Bell did get wide open, but watching that back, it's preseason for the officials too. Let's go.
High five, my man. Way to use to tell.
Nah, that's going to get called every time. It's got to look like mesh. That didn't look like mesh. That looked like a shit show.
Jorquez, who had a fantastic season a year ago, set the Browns' single-season punting average.
Yeah, I saw that from here, that wasn't going to get
Of course, gross not net, but still had an outstanding year.
One inside the 20 as well. Here's another one.
Oh,
Who just
was that
into it.
Justin Hardy that played it like that? Why you do
At
that?
the 20. That rule has not changed. Browns down 7-3 here in the first.
Oh, a rash? Maybe it'll go away. Oh, how am I going to find a doctor?
Pierre Strong Hive is quiet right now. You didn't get the notification for the stream? I think it's because this is technically... I think it's because I don't know. Sometimes YouTube sends out notifications. Sometimes it doesn't. I think the notification thing's been off all summer. Yeah, it was just such a weird drive because like they were so dead set on running that ball with Pierre Strong. And like nothing gave me confidence that Pierre Strong was like gonna reward that faith. And it's not even like I don't like Pierre Strong. It's just we know when Pierre Strong is useful, and that's when Pierre Strong could be a little bit more in space. All right, we back.
Give away the answer to this question. Which Browns defensive player was formerly with the Packers? Is it A, Justin Hardy?
I don't think Strong's vision is
George
terrible.
Hicks, or D, Za'Darius Smith? The answer coming your way in a bit. Second series.
It's not his vision. It's that
Clifford in his second year.
he has no ability to withstand any type of contact. Like if anything trips him up or moves him, he's done for.
Can always say he did that.
His vision be fine.
He's in the book, as we like to say. Clifford, a little play action. Big pressure by Isaiah.
Oh, way to come across 30. Was that Devin Bush again?
Defense. Fast and hard hitting.
Yeah, and it's been Isaiah Thomas. Here he is stuffing the run. That's a 6'7", 320-pound tackle. He throws aside. Then it's Thomas cutting in again, forcing Dillon to stop his feet. Devin Bush wrapping him up on the third down. Mike Hall, Isaiah McGuire collapsing that right side, and they stuff him on fourth down, get the ball back for the Browns. And Isaiah Thomas, another pressure there. He is looking very good.
Marshawn Lloyd, the rookie third-round pick out of USC, is going to watch an end around.
That's still fine.
Toure. A pair of Browns are there,
Good play.
including Miles Harden, the seventh-round pick out of South Dakota.
Yeah, Miles Harden, they say he is not afraid to tackle. They like him as a physical slot. He's good in the zone coverage as well as in man. But right there, I love the way that they inside out. In comes Devin Bush, outside Miles Harden. They force him right into the tackle. Vice tackle, they call it, forcing a third and long. Devin Bush, by the way, is flying all over this field right now, Chris.
Still in there with Mahmoud Diabate at the linebacker position. Clifford on 3rd and 7 from the shotgun.
Oh, nice rush by McGuire.
He connects with Joe Wilson, one of the backup tight ends to move the chains for Green Bay.
Yeah, Isaiah
I
McGuire
think
had
what
pressure
he
off
was
the
hook
right
curl.
side with too much time in the pocket, and right there, the Browns linebackers had a little too much depth in their zone drops, and so it was too easy of a pitch and catch at the sticks. You got to remember where the sticks are. Do not let them have that easy completion in front of you. And again, you got some new guys in there. Pookie Watson in at the Mike linebacker position. He'll learn that.
They just rotated Tony Fields over. No, Tony Fields. That's got to be on 73.
A little bit of movement. It looks like Andre Dillard, the veteran left tackle, may have moved a bit early.
I know that ain't who I think it is. I know that ain't.
Dillard, he was getting eaten alive.
Yeah.
Defensive.
Yeah, that's old boy from Tennessee. Damn. Damn, Andre. Miles done kicked you all the way to the second string of the Green Bay Packers.
Bo Hurst as well. They've added Quentin Jefferson to the mix. So many different guys. Jim Schwartz can say, okay, go.
That's where you can keep them in waves. You can keep them fresh, and that's going to make life tough for opposing quarterbacks. Brown showing coverage.
See here.
No safety. They're 10 yards off.
They are blitzing, and they swing it out to
Blitz all the way. Nice little tackle by 39.
Second-year man out of Oregon.
Was a tackle he needed to make, because when you're in cover zero, that means there are no safeties. So everybody's about 10 yards off the line of scrimmage. They run a quick little screen.
Yeah.
Breeze makes a tackle that had he not made, he might still be running right there.
All right.
Would be the Green Bay Packers.
Defense looks fine after that first possession.
Sixth-round pick of the Tennessee Titans has played a
I
handful.
want to see Mike Hall get involved
with
there.
Tennessee over the years before landing with Cleveland in the offseason. 2nd and 11 on what could be the final play of the first quarter. Clifford looks down the middle. Hands of Bo Melton and nearly picked off. Chris Edmonds was the closest man to the ball.
So first quarter, I would say Browns defense looks fine. Devin Bush has stood out to me, surprisingly enough. I'm saying good things about Devin Bush. Yeah, so Devin Bush, I don't know, people are arguing about something in the comment section. Devin Bush, oh no, they're going to run play? There's no way they're running a play.
Season for the Sun Devils. 3rd and 11.
They're running a play.
Clifford, plenty of time.
A lot of time.
He's going to
Those that, and we know we're going to run there. And they still rally the football fast no matter what string is out there. All right, so yeah. Defense, I think you've seen exactly what you want to see out of them. You got some good pass rush, good coverage, rally to the football, all the stuff that you would expect from a Jim Schwartz defense. You've gotten to see it a little bit. Devin Bush is surprisingly playing good football. I know. Devin Bush, legit playing good football. Not you're watching it on TV and he's kind of fooling you and you think he's playing good football. I think he's actually playing some decent ball out there. I was impressed with his run fits in the first quarter. I've never said that about Devin Bush. So that's good. I think you saw some good things from some secondary players. Obviously, Ronnie Hickman got beat pretty bad there on that first drive. That's going to be what everybody talks about. And I don't really blame Ronnie for getting cooked there. I mean, it's a one-on-one situation. He got left on the 9. He got left on the island there with no help over top because he is the help over top. That's a real tough spot for a corner to win in. And I don't think that defense is designed with the ideal of him winning in the back end. That defense is designed with the idea that you're going to get enough pressure to where that quarterback can't see that before it opens up. So that's more where I lean on that. As far as the offense goes, it's hard to tell. These possessions have been weird. You got one possession out of Jameis so far, and I believe one possession out of Snoop. Yeah, Miles Harden looks good. Yeah, sure. Yeah, he looks fine. He looks fine. But yeah, one possession out of Jameis, one possession out of Snoop. Didn't really see a ton there yet. Really don't feel like we've gotten a good meat and potatoes drive from the Cleveland Browns offense or defense. I would say the only thing that concerns me, run game got 2 yards right now and 5 attempts. Not loving that. Ronnie Hickman didn't hurt his hamstring. He hurt his back. That's what he hurt. So if anything concerns me, it's that run game being pathetic right now. But they are down to 3rd string. Hey, look, there's Amari Cooper looking pretty engaged on the sideline. It turns out that he doesn't want to burn the facility down because the Browns consider trading him. Wow. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy?
He will return it to the right side and get dragged down after a minimal gain. Robert Rochelle on the stop for Green Bay. Coverage provided by Goodyear. With you every mile on the road to greatness, Goodyear, more driven. You ever been up close next to a Goodyear blimp?
I have not.
I was in one as a kid, no joke.
Really?
Somehow in Florida. I have no idea how my parents worked this thing. But in the Goodyear blimp.
I remember as a kid at Christmas time, there was a Goodyear blimp that you could put kind of notes on, and I remember getting that for my mom.
Oh, that's
and
nice.
Little messages on the Goodyear blimp. So that's as close as I've got, just a mini model.
By the way, I was assuming that the holiday gift you sent me got stuck somewhere.
It's en route.
En route.
That's right, en route.
It's
All right, let's get a real drive offense.
My gift to you is another series for
Get a real drive.
under
There you go. Run. Oh, he got no damn balance.
Time right now to check in with Aditi Kinkhabwala. Aditi?
Well, Jenna,
Every time I watch him run, I see why Bill Belichick was driven crazy by him. Like if the wind blows too hard in the goddamn stadium, it might make Pierre Strong fall.
In the safety room, David Bell, there's a lot of questions.
Like, have we ever seen him finish a run strong?
Well, he's got to show, even though he doesn't have that kind of home run speed, that he is such a reliable.
Okay. Shut me up. Okay. Never mind. I saw him finish a run strong. Never mind, Pierre. That's better. That's better.
In the preseason, he came over in a trade.
Hey, beat the allegations, Pierre. Beat the allegations, Pierre. Beat the allegations. Put the shoulder right in his chest, dog. Hey, I would love to see him do that more often. He does that, he a decent back.
Gain of 9, fresh set of downs for the Browns.
Okay.
Huntley, play fake.
Just run. Just run, Snoop.
And he slides wisely at the 38-yard line. And Huntley, an interesting guy as we focus on the quarterbacks right now. We're going to see DTR a little bit later. So you've got 4 capable quarterbacks right now. Let's remember, last season, for the first 53, there were only 2 guys on the roster.
Yeah, last year was because you made a trade of Josh Dobbs late, picked up a draft asset. I could see a similar thing happening here. The Browns have 4 quarterbacks who should be on NFL rosters. Huntley, the Pro Bowler, 65% completion.
David Bell, questionable return. He is definitely not returning.
He is comfortable in the pocket and comfortable out of the pocket.
Huntley.
Good.
Brown, get out of
High. Bad ball.
Out of his hands. 5'8". For the quarterbacks, though, do you think DTR has the upper hand? Let's remember, Andrew Berry did draft him in the 5th round a year ago.
By the way, like, I know there was some kind of conversation about me being too quiet. There's a reason I'm not yapping all over the broadcast. It's because this is designed to be watched as you watch the broadcast, not like to replace it. I'm not trying to do play-by-play.
Rookie contract, which is important on this team.
Good catch. Get north. There it is. All right. Much better. Much better.
More on the quarterback room?
well, Chris Nathan brings up a great point. This is actually a good problem to have, Andrew Berry told me, because the Browns feel that they have 3 backup quarterbacks who all belong on a 53-man roster. Now, look, Tyler Huntley has actually been a little bit better than the Browns expected on those off-schedule plays. But just as you were saying about DTR, there's some history here. He's still under contract for quite a bit of time. His leadership, just even as a rookie, impressed the Browns a year ago. And then, of course, as Nathan was mentioning, he was hurt last year. He attacked that rehab on the hip here in the building. He was here in Cleveland. He was here every day. He was working alongside a guy like Nick Chubb. That's seeping yourself in Cleveland Browns culture.
I love that. DTR, there is a special magnetism around him. He's thrown the ball great this offseason. I'm very excited to see him here later in this game.
This guy's work cut out. Snoop looks good.
Ball in Green Bay territory after a nice pitch and catch to Jordan.
Hey, you got to get this ball out. Come on.
Huntley again. Stepping up.
Oh, wow.
And that's strong. Gets
Good play, Snoop.
That's a veteran move. And by the way, you have to imagine that the Packers are, unfortunately, there is a Brown that is down. That is Luke Whippler.
Damn.
Center in his 2nd year out of Ohio State.
Oh, no.
Tackle into Huntley as he threw that ball right on the back of the right leg and ankle of Luke Whippler, and he's down.
That's not good. That's
And while he is down, we will step aside with the Browns on the move, down 7-3.
Pizza Hut just changed the combo game with
shit. That's not a broke ankle. If it's a broken ankle, that's good. It looks like a torn ACL. Yeah, it looked like he got ran right into on the interior. That looked bad. That looked real bad. Yeah, they're bringing the card out. Yeah, that looks ACL bad. That looks bad. Hopefully, it's not as bad as it looks, because that can happen a lot. But that's how it looks. Yeah, the card's coming out. Again, the card always comes out if there's a question of if it might be an ACL tear. Doesn't necessarily guarantee that it is. We'll find out in a couple of days, but it don't look good. Who's our backup center? That looked like knee. No, he got rolled into right at the knee. I hope it's ankle. If it was ankle, you usually get up and walk away. He said injuries already in mid-season form. My guy. My guy. We talk about Luke Whippler. Trainers put the right leg in a cast. It looks like they think it's a leg or knee. It looked like knee. Yeah, they got the air cast on him.
Because, you know,
We gonna have to wait. Make Zincher play center. I mean, I don't know about that, but
Browns preseason football on News 5 is
you
presented.
gotta have a backup center, right? Like a backup center. It's the preseason.
Browns down 7-3 against Green Bay here early in the second quarter. Unfortunately, bad news for Luke Whippler, the second-year man out of Ohio State. Air cast on his right leg, cart on the field as the injuries continue to mount on that offensive line.
Yeah, and you hate to see that. Whippler was going to be the Browns' backup center this year. The coaching staff, they loved him last year. Callahan did. This year, Andy Dickerson has been a huge fan, and you saw the respect. His teammates coming onto the field to wish him well, including his college teammate, DeJuan Jones, when they were together at The Ohio State University.
Number 63, Zach Johnson, a first-year man out of North Dakota State, has checked in. Hasn't been with the team all that long. He is under center now on 2nd and 3. Strong, busy this drive. Flag on the field as he is stopped about a yard shy of the first down.
Was that a flag or what was that?
That's a flag or a shoulder pass.
Yeah, that don't look like a
Green Bay,
flag.
That's right.
They've got all sorts of equipment. All right, that's it.
There it is.
I'm officially asking them to change their equipment to green.
I think that's fair. A fair
Right?
request, absolutely.
I mean, goodness sakes. Let's go, Packers. You guys are a classic franchise. How about the announcers a bit? Or announcers, just be better.
We got it. We were right there.
You cleaned it up nicely.
This is why the preseason needs to die. All right, relax. Relax.
On the outside.
Relax.
And he gets enough to move the chains on that.
Good run by
Payton did
Snoop.
nice work.
Yeah, and that's some of the read option.
Oh, a read option. Nice blocking on the outside by Zaire.
Mitchell Payton on the outside.
Look at that. Get your ass out there and hoof.
They create that alley, and Mitchell Payton dominates the one-on-one. That allows Huntley to get the first down.
1st and 10 as the Browns have all backups on that offensive line, including a pair of rookies. Mitchell Payton now going to do the busy work. Gain of about 3, and so with
About
the
4
offensive
there.
line, we know the tackle situation. Jack Conklin hasn't played since week 1 a year ago. Jed Wills was lost for the last third of the season because of knee surgery. DeJuan Jones, his rookie year was cut short. He is back after having his knee cleaned up as well. Where does the offensive line sit?
It's tenuous. You want to get Jed Wills and Jack Conklin out there as soon as
Well,
you
this is
can.
exactly what I wanted. I wanted a real drive from the offense. Hopefully they finish it.
Good news, but now you're down your backup center, Luke Whippler, as well.
Huntley.
Ooh, that was a sloppy ball.
His mitts since he was covered closely by Eric Wilson.
And there was miscommunication on the offensive line there. They allowed a free runner off the right side. Huntley had to get the ball out. Real
Yeah, Huntley didn't get the best grip on that football when he threw it.
see that guy. He looks like an Adonis. He is a mini chief out there. Actually, nothing mini about him at all. Dominates that block, and I kind of like how the next play they went back and just got him a catch. Said, great job blocking. Here's a little reward for you.
6'5", 257. Yeah, that officially
He's a
is
big
not
dude.
down as the mini category.
He's a
That is
big
not
dude.
mini on my chart. 3rd and 6, Huntley. John Kelly trying to slip through a tackle, keeps it
Did he stay on this? Ain't no way.
23. But that's the sort of effort we love to see. Kelly thinks he made it to the end zone.
I think that he did stay up. I think he stayed out of bounds, stepped out of bounds.
Fourth down.
Take a look at it here. He spins. We're not getting
Yeah.
left foot right on the
I'll tell
sideline.
you this, though. Look, Evan Williams having a yard sale with his equipment. Oh, my
Oh God damn, bro. That had to hurt. That had to hurt. Oh my God.
Yeah, the left foot clearly out of bounds.
Dog, that's straight a whole person's body weight just on your head. Good. No helmet.
Okay, so did not step out of bounds, knee down by contact, but the Browns are going to go for it again on fourth down.
Where's the ball?
By the way, you think Evan Williams is going to hear about that with the helmet flying out and then the old derriere right to the grill?
Yes.
I mean, they played that here in the stadium.
Yeah, that hurts and that's embarrassing.
Sanchez levels, but it's not good here. By the way, I like this little bunch formation at the bottom. Timeout.
He lucky John Kelly ain't score. Oh my God. If John Kelly would have scored and that would have been a highlight, he would have been booty faced the rest of his life. Good thing for him.
Staff about a decade ago.
God must love him.
Buckeyes co-defensive coordinator has spent the last 4 years in
Imagine that happens to you and everybody just sharing that. Hey, yo, look at booty face. Like, dog. The U.S. one go. That's what's up.
Defensive coordinator, Happily now a defensive coordinator. Your
So it looked like Watson about to wear that visor in games, huh?
good staff that they assembled back there in 2014. It was great to see him again today, and he's thrilled to be back in the league.
Browns running game finally got going. First 2 drives, 2 total yards. This drive, 30 yards. Now on 4th and 4. Strong remains in the game next to Huntley.
Under.
Huntley flushed out of the pocket. Delivers. It is incomplete. Amarian Brown was the man he was looking for. Robert Rochelle knocked it away for Green Bay. So the Browns don't score any points, but John Kelly Jr. earned a few in the locker room with that move.
Oh, he glad he glad he held on. How the fuck are y'all arguing about Joe Flacco? Why are y'all arguing about Joe Flacco? Some of y'all, man. We back, huh? We back. Y'all arguing about Joe Flacco. For what reason you're arguing about Joe Flacco, I have no idea. Like, did somebody just like come in here and start a Joe Flacco argument? Why? Like, I hope Joe Flacco plays well, Andy. Like, what? Every time I check chat, well, sometimes it feels like when I check chat, it's like you just see some shit. You just see it. It's like you got like 6 drunk friends and you leave them alone for like 5 minutes. And then you come back and it's just like you feel like what Donald Glover in Community when like that meme where like he comes back, the house is on fire. Every once in a while, I'll just like stop paying attention to chat so I can watch the game. And I'll look at chat and like chat's arguing about whether Freddie Kitchens was a scapegoat in 2019, like very passionately. Like I'm like, I don't know how the fuck we got here. But apparently that's what's going on. Wait, all he said was, I miss Flacco. I'm not arguing. Yeah, but like, why the fuck did you even put that out there? You knew what you were doing. You knew you were going to bait people to come argue with Flacco. Come on, dog. Like, why are we even bringing up anybody like Joe Flacco at this point?
Clifford back under center for a third series. Little play fake and looking down the middle, and he's got a connection. That is Malik Heath. Pickup of about 14 and a first down. Well, the Browns made a great wide receiver pickup in the offseason, and he is standing by with a DD Kinkawalla.
Chris, great is an understatement. Jerry Jeudy, as we stand here,
Jerry Jeudy interview.
told us that you have added some swagger to the Browns wide receiver room. What does that look like?
Just me being me, just coming in confident, prepared, and just doing what I usually do.
Well, when we talk about Cleveland and it being a good fit, why is it such a good fit for you?
Just everybody they had on the team, with the receiving group, the coaching staff, the players, it just felt right. So I felt like that was a place for me. And just the atmosphere and the energy when I walked in the building, it just felt like a place that I needed to be and I wanted to be.
Jerry, Ken Dorsey and Kevin Stefanski have both said we're not going to see this augmented passing game, but it will have a lot of choice routes. Why is that fun for a wide receiver?
As a receiver, it's always fun to be able to win depending on the defensive leverage or coverage, and
Ooh, Mike Allgaier blew out the ball.
so that's an advantage on the offensive side.
The young man is learning the difficulties of playing football in the NFL.
Proud to win.
As Cleveland Browns fans get to know you, is it true that you were a straight A student in high school?
Yeah, you can say that. I was straight. You can say that. Yeah.
Wait,
So listen, I miss you, Jackson. All right, y'all. I can't chat. I'm done with chat right now. I'm done with chat.
So
Time out on chat.
best subject?
Time out on chat. Yeah, all right. Y'all doing the thing now.
That's how you can count your stats.
yeah,
And maybe your money.
maybe both.
Last one. You have two young daughters.
Ooh, good play.
Being a girl dad.
Just watching them grow each and every day. Learning new things.
Damn.
Doing new things. That's pretty. One of my
Jerry Jeudy got 2 kids. He like 3 years younger than me.
you give me hugs and kisses. That's one of the best things too.
They'll be playing flag football out on this field.
Oh, they might, for real. I might get my lace up the cleats.
Jerry, thank you so much for the time. Chris, back up to you guys.
Love that, Aditi. Great. Good to see Jerry Jeudy with the Cleveland Browns. He's going to make it a devastating wide receiver room in 2024.
Ooh, that looked like a false start.
Are going for it. And the connect, that is Grant DuBose. Moving it along. Nice throw from Sean Clifford, gets it into Cleveland territory.
Sean Clifford played for Penn State, right? All right, y'all. See, this is exactly what I mean with chat being drunk. All right, y'all talking about I miss Cody Kessler, I miss Odell Beckham. Y'all took the joke and y'all ran it to the ground. Okay. See, now somebody brought up Odell. Now somebody want to say F Odell. Now we gonna argue about Odell all night. We just bringing back arguments from 4 years ago. Go home, chat. You're drunk.
That is Wilson. Stop. Breeze in there, along with Chris Edmonds. And by the way, Jerry Jeudy, straight A's, just like
Look, this is what's going on with chat is the most hilarious thing right now because it started out as people absolutely memeing and fucking around, but that now they're like a legitimate Odell Beckham Baker Mayfield argument's about to pop off in 2024 during a Browns preseason game, mind you. Both these dudes have played for like 3 teams since they played for the Browns.
Time out of the first half with just under 6 minutes to go and a 7-3 lead.
We got to heal these wounds. We got to heal ourselves. We got to stop the violence. I do miss Carlos Hyde. But then you remember, the only reason Carlos Hyde was here was to take snaps away from Nick Chubb. And then you don't miss Carlos Hyde that much. But if we talk about Ohio State, he was a really solid running back for Ohio State.
Sugardale, leave the hard work to us.
Well, let's talk a little bit more about the beefed up defensive line. You have a few new names in there right now. Siaki Ika, who of course was a 3rd-round selection a year ago, didn't get on the field until late in the season. He has checked in number 62 next to number 98, Chris Williams.
Ah, shit. Siaki Ika, did they get him? Or they wait, it was Siaki Ika so far off the ball that he jumped and he didn't get an encroachment? I miss Deion Waiters. Now that's valid.
Because he's a big
Certainly not, but he is going to have to go to the sideline there after jumping.
No, they called it.
A little wholesale substitution along that defensive front, but right now the Packers working against Khalif Halassi on the outside. That's back-to-back big gains, little cushion on the outside. Obviously doesn't have a safety over the top, but Khalif Halassi's going to have to get a little bit closer to these wide receivers and make those windows a little bit smaller. Otherwise, Clifford, who's top 5 in Big Ten history in passing yards and passing touchdowns from his time at Penn State, is going to pick the Browns apart.
Yeah, 4-time captain there with the Nittany Lions. Went to St. X High School in Cincinnati.
Oh, no, Devin, you were playing so good, then you did that. Oh, Devin Bush, you were playing so well.
On Briggs in there, Brady Breeze as well.
He just blindly shot Seagap for whatever reason.
Stuck with the Packers a season ago as the third running back.
Yeah, that was kind of, they had that motion, and that caused him.
So I like with the Riddell Axiom helmet that they've added like an upper bar to it and more like traditional face mask. Now they actually look kind of good.
It's official. Luke Whippler injured ankle.
Oh, so it was an ankle.
We'll find out more in the Kevin Stefanski's post-game press conference. Play fake to Wilson. Clifford on the move. Being chased and
Good.
Brady Breeze did he hit him?
Good job, Brady Breeze. This is the second time I've noticed Mr. Breeze.
Game of chase.
Now, this is the play the Browns defense should be great at. Why? Because it's that play action boot levels concepts. And right there, that play was made as Breeze gets the final tackle, but that play was actually made by safety Chris Edmonds coming down on the intermediate route, eliminating that option for Clifford, forcing him to hold the ball. And now the Browns have them in a 3rd and short, and hopefully they can get that interior penetration again to stop the Packers.
Wilson remains in the game and running back, and it'll be Clifford in the pistol formation. Wilson will get it. He'll keep it, and he has the first down inside the 15. Halassi on the stop along with Mahmoud Diabate.
It's a nice cutback run, 3rd and short, everything flowing to the left, puts his foot in the ground, comes back to the right, and that leaves kind of
Defense looked tired as hell.
quarterback Halassi, and that's a matchup the running back is going to win, and the Packers having a nice drive here. Chris, 4th down conversion, obviously, but they're moving now down towards the dog pound.
You see Devin Bush, number 30, still in the game, and Nathaniel Watson, the 6th-round pick out of Mississippi State, number 40, has checked in. He's in the middle of the field
Okay.
defense.
Damn, Nathaniel Watson big.
And Wilson, the old Packers way they used to run.
He was late.
We're going to seal here and a seal there.
And then you had a puller right here, and he just rode the back of his blocker right there, had his hand on his jersey, and took it down. The big pulling guard on that play for them, number 75, making moves, and that was a good run. And this defense right now, you're down to the 3rd string, rotating guys in, but here comes Mike Hall back in to try to make a stand right in front of the dog pound.
12th play of the drive for the Packers. They have certainly milked the clock. Closing in on the 3-minute mark to go here in the first half. Clifford under center. Throws a jump ball to Heath. He can't beat Halassi. Did get his hand
That was a horrible ball.
yards in the line of scrimmage.
Oh, and that's what you got to do. When you're playing that press man, you have got to press the receiver. Halassi did a great job. That is a timing.
Boy, they picking on Khalif.
Receiver can't get off the line of scrimmage, disrupts the timing, the ball falls to the ground.
Somebody thinks he's
That was a
food.
great job there by Khalif Halassi.
3rd and 1. They have to get it to the 4-yard line to get a fresh set of downs. It'll be Wilson again. He'll get it and then some. He pushes, he spins, and he is in for the Packers' 2nd touchdown of the day.
The first was a one-play drive, basically, the 65-yarder to Wicks from Jordan Love. This was a methodical march down the field, and they did a great job in the interior there, pushing and getting the running back into the end zone. And now for the Browns, really what we want to see is some offense. Yes, we've completed some passes, but our yards per attempt.
So that's actually good news that it's an ankle, not a knee. It's an ankle, then that might recover within the year.
Watching the kicking competition going on in Green Bay. This is a familiar name. Former Cleveland Brown Greg Joseph. He has spent the last 3 years in Minnesota. Played for Cleveland in 2018, going 17-20 on field goals, and he is good here. And the veteran has given Green Bay a
All right, man, I'm getting some snacks. I'll be right back.
Any sub, any staff. 20% off at Subway.
Hey, so I found a betting system that's been working great for me. I set up an hour-a-week time limit on FanDuel. I can also set up wager limits. So what's your system?
Make FanDuel's responsible gaming tools a key part of your system.
Nick Jones lines things up, checks his fidelity app, looks to outside analysts to get a second opinion. Nick likes what he sees, and he places the trade.
Talk about easier investing.
See what happened. All right. Wait, never stop wrong.
It was just a regular Monday when suddenly
Can you get this board to Tony Hawk?
FedEx presents Tall Tales of True Deliveries. I needed a miracle. So I went straight to where miracles happen. Social media.
Hey, did someone say miracle? Let me see that.
So I got the board to Tony, and he even sent one back. But in the future, I'm gonna need an address and a zip code.
If this is what we did for a skateboard, see what we can do for your business. FedEx.
Browns fans, when it comes to planning for game day, News 5 has the team to trust for weather. You have Chief Meteorologist Mark Jones, Trent McGill,
Uh-oh.
Kenny McGraw.
Kenny McGraw.
They'll prepare you and they'll follow through with Mother Nature impacts Northeast Ohio. That's your Power of 5 weather team on News 5. And I know you guys had fun with it this past week.
Oh, baby, we certainly did. Some people still looking to get power back here. Hopefully they'll get that restored quickly. But, here we are, another dynamic kickoff.
Man, y'all still ain't got power?
What about an onside kick? Well, there are no more surprise onside kicks. If you want to do an onside kick now, it has to be declared ahead of time. Once you're in this formation, it's got to be kicked and hopefully into the landing zone.
And it can only be done in the fourth quarter and only if you're trailing. This dynamic kickoff is going to be returned by Jalen Darden from the 5.
Okay, Jalen. Oh. Oh, Jalen.
Welsh with the tackle for Green Bay.
Oh, Jalen. Go straight to the concussion tent.
For the Browns in this
Go.
2-minute offense, we'll call it 2 minutes, 42 seconds.
Take your ass to that blue tent,
Work on
dog.
this all the time in practice throughout the preseason. Now to put it together in a game. That's great for the coaching staff.
Situational football. These are the reps the coaches love to see. How do we manage this 2-minute situation? Can we at least come out of here with 3?
Strong. Nowhere to go as he gets wrapped up quickly. Toby Wooden on the stop.
That should have been a big game because they had that set up very well, but Javion Cohen pulling from that right side, unfortunately, got blown up at the very end of that play. That stopped Strong's momentum. Had that block held, Strong gets to the outside, and it's a big game for the Cleveland Browns. And then we talk about this is the ultimate team sport. It takes all 11 doing their job. Cohen, an undrafted free agent out of Miami, started at Alabama, but he's a guy that is very good at pass pro. They really wanted to see him today, but that's a block he's got to make on that pull and spring Pierre.
One play, and we've got a 2-minute warning. See if the Browns can get downfield. They're down 14-3.
Well, seems like they're really dead set on playing Pierre Strong the whole half. I don't get it. But hey. I mean, the offenses look good at times. They've had issues finishing, but same thing I said with Pittsburgh last night. It's hard to draw any conclusions when you're seeing a team out there, new offensive coordinator for the first time in the preseason game. It's really hard for me to draw definitive conclusions there, you know?
This is a trust not to be broken, whether spoken with an oath or sealed with a pinky. And after 100 years, we're still taking care of the military community and their families. That's our mission, always. Your season starts now with NFL Premium. With access and coverage to all 49 preseason games. And see the future stars shine bright. Get a look at the biggest names prepping their new teams. Stay connected through the preseason with news and coverage on NFL Network. And relive every big catch, touchdown, and unmissable moment with NFL.
All right. 2-minute drill here. People, somebody's complaining about the preseason. Hey, dog. Sometimes I'll talk about it at halftime, man.
Johnson at center. They recognize that he's playing tackle. Hakeem Adeniji in his 5th year, former Cincinnati Bengal last year with the Minnesota Vikings. And then Jermaine Ifedi, the right tackle right now, in his 9th year, a former first-round pick of Seattle.
Yeah, some experience on those tackle spots. They haven't started in a couple of years, but hopefully they can hold up for Huntley here in this 2-minute drill.
Huntley swings it. That ball is caught and struck.
Jermaine Ifedi had some awful feet. Awful feet. Awful feet on that pass.
Green Bay used its 3rd. Yeah, they want the 2-minute warning.
Yeah.
Final charge timeout, Green Bay. This will be at 30 seconds.
Why they call timeout? I guess it's 3rd and 7.
Clock on 152, please.
See all over it.
He's on it. He's on it. Now, that didn't land a lot. That was actually a pretty good catch by Beer Strong on a low throw there from Tyler Huntley to get yourself into 3rd and 7. And now, that's the question, right? For any quarterback in the National Football League, can you throw the football effectively in an obvious drop-back passing situation? You're not going to have the benefit of play action or deception. You're going to have to line up and throw the ball. And for Tyler Snoop Huntley, this is an opportunity to prove that he can do just that on 3rd and 7.
Brown's going to get into the 39. Huntley, pressure. Lucas Van Ness can't bring him down.
Yeah.
Get dropped.
That was a bad set.
Yeah, you can strike your pose after that. And the Browns will be forced to punt and give it back to Green Bay with about a minute to go or so in the first half.
So that was not a successful 2-minute drill. Quite frankly, the Browns offense had
I don't think Kevin's going to be happy with Snoop on that one at all.
a field goal there. Huntley had some time, but the pocket collapsed quickly and he was taken down.
You may notice number 50. That is Rex Sunahara. Just signed this week, went to Bay Village High School. So he has a local product out of West Virginia, also started at Rhode Island. What a thrill for him to be a long snapper today. Good snap by him, and Bajorquez with the boot. Samari Toure snags it and runs out of bounds at about the 35. That's great.
That's awesome. Bay High School, Bay Village, right here. I'm sure he's got friends and family in the stands today. What a thrill for Rex Sunahara. That's awesome.
Good for him, of course.
I got a serious question. I'm not trying to belittle what long snappers do. But if you do play like long snappers, that's something where you invite people to watch you play. I'm just like, there's my baby out there throwing that football. Like, it's just a hard thing to explain what he's doing good. Yeah, hey, maybe it is. I don't know. Y'all, any long snappers in the audience? Like, did y'all have y'all parents come down and show y'all love?
Green Bay drive. That ball is incomplete.
I feel like if you long snapping, that's just something you do for work. Like, it's like kind of like working at the FedEx. Like, you don't need anybody to come down, support you when you working that regular job. Like, I feel like if you the long snapper, you're not trying to have people come to the crib, right, to watch you snap the ball. Why? If I was long snapping, I'd be like, stay at home, watch it on TV. What you mean? You can see the snaps better on TV. Why would you need to come to the stadium? In the stands, talking, that's my baby out there snapping.
2nd and 10 for Clifford.
What?
With a blitz. He gets rid of it. That's connection. Another first down for Green Bay. That is Bo Melton who gets it close to midfield. Green Bay has exhausted all of its timeouts. So clock running with under 40 to go in the half.
That's a nice ball there. A little zone blitz. Bush quite didn't get out fast enough to get
Okay.
around. Clifford delivered a good one.
Clifford will swing it short to Marshawn Lloyd. He loses his footing and gets a couple of yards, maybe one.
He didn't want any part of that. Devin Bush and Artie were collapsing. He said, I'm going down.
2nd and 9. And a spike of the ball. That'll
If I long snapped, I wouldn't. Nah.
you mentioned earlier, there's no way the Browns can keep 4. You know, we don't know if they'll even keep 3.
No, I know. I know that there's like special camps for long snapping and like it's its own art and everything like that. I had a friend who was a long snapper for the college football team that I went to school at, and he explained it to me. Nice dude. I also never saw that dude invite his family to watch him long snap. Like it don't seem like the kind of position when you play in the sport where you're like, yeah, come down, watch me snap. Like maybe to get the pictures of me in the uniform, but like as far as playing, you can leave after we get the pictures. Like it ain't gonna be, I ain't tripping. Like,
there right in front of Edmonds, the safety, but
it's not disrespect. I'm saying, like, I'm not being disrespectful, man. I'm saying it just don't feel like one of the positions where it feels necessary to see you play.
Sidelines all in play here with no.
Y'all don't get what I'm saying, man.
Clifford throwing it away. Unless Bo Melton is the size of Jared Allen, he's not even good.
It's like this. If I were at the Browns game, covering it, like a beat reporter at the game, my family would be proud of that. And I'm pretty sure some people in my family would be so proud that they would want to come to the Browns game to see me cover the game. But I would be like, don't do that. That's stupid. Ain't nothing to see.
That's the same exact play. They've been working on that in Green Bay. What do you want, flag?
that's what's the point of that play. Did take a couple steps back and just spike it. What's the point? I don't understand that play. Take the field goal. Why not? But it's fine.
Hey, Victor, I see what you trying to do there. I see what you trying to do there. Would you invite your family if you were the third string QB in the preseason game? Yeah, because I'm going to play quarterback. That's not the same as being the long snapper, though. I don't think that's the same at all. Because at least you playing quarterback. Come see my baby play quarterback. Like, there's something to watch there. Long snap? Well, I'm going to watch you in punt and field goal game. How are you comparing that? Would I invite? Let's see. I get that, but I'm just saying, I don't know, man. I personally, if I were long snapping, I wouldn't be like, yeah, man, come down, see me.
17-3, Green Bay. Doss will be coming your way momentarily with a lot more on that first half. But first, Aditi with the architect of the Browns offense.
Ken Dorsey, you were taking your time marking a few things down there. Anything you can share with us?
Oh, yeah, I think we're just taking a look at things, making sure that,
Imagine if you was a long snapper, you make it to the league, you do all the special camps, you invite your uncle and your dad to the game, and then after the game, your uncle and dad are giving you fucking notes about your snaps. That would drive me fucking crazy. Is he still in there? Oh my God. You guys get so sensitive about special teams apparatus players. Again, nobody said they wouldn't like. Hold on. I thought I got rid of them. Let me check. Oh, this dude's been like on like the AFC North Talk channel too.
And nobody said it.
Jesus Christ. Let's see who's in chat right now. Hey, Mighty, you want a mod for today? Mighty or Vic? Mighty or Vic, you want a mod? Yeah, I did it through OBS and it said it blocked him, but it didn't block him over OBS. All right. Yeah, keep a lookout for him. This dude's weird. He's been following like a couple channels. He's going to come back with a different account. I'm pretty sure. Just keep an eye out. I would be pretty free with the block button.
Here one down here.
All right. Well, now that I got done winning World War II, we could talk about what happened in the first half of that game. We don't got to argue about long snappers anymore. I wasn't even being mean to the guy. I was just asking, like, if that's a position where you want people to come down and watch you, not because it's embarrassing. It's just like, why? I only want to be here to get the job done. Like, it don't feel like it's not like a anyways. First, well, there was no first strings, no second strings. We're really talking about second string and third string, right? Thought the defense looked fine for a couple of drives after the first one. So fine with that. Offensively, there have been moments where you like what you see, and there's been a lot of stalling out in the 20, 30-yard line area. The offensive line stuff hasn't looked great, but it's not like we're seeing the starters out there a ton. But even when you had the most starters you had out there, it didn't look super impressive. So I wouldn't say red flag there, but a little flag there for the offensive line. The run game looks bad. But to be fair, again, some key parts of the offensive line aren't playing. It's not Nick Chubb. It's not Deontay Foreman. It's not even Naheem Hines. We're barely getting Jerome Ford, even though when Jerome Ford was out there, it didn't look any different. Hold on. Offense. Somebody said Stefanski trademark offensive stalling. What are you talking? You're just saying shit. Just stop. Some people just. I don't know if you have not got it at this point, but if your like whole point is just to get mad at somebody without actually evaluating what's happening, you're gonna fucking eventually hate me because I'm gonna say something that you disagree with because you're not really talking about football. Yeah, the offensive line's been moving around. Jerome Ford, he hasn't been super impressive. It's not like a ton's been there for him to take, but I mean, even if there was, I don't think Jerome Ford looked like he was going to be able to take it. Defensively, I think Devin Bush had a strong couple of drives. And then he did some Devin Bush stuff later where, you're reminded of why he's bounced around quite often. I thought that the safety play was pretty good. Yeah, I thought you had some pretty good safety play. Corner play up until you get to like the bottom part of the roster. It's pretty fine. You know, I'm not really concerned with anything on the defense. I would like to see a little bit more pressure from the defensive line, but we're really talking about, you know, third rotation guys that are starting right now. So not really the most concerned about that. Again, it's hard to draw too much concern here. If we're talking about the quarterbacks, Jameis, didn't really see much from him, but from what you saw, it's fine. It's fine. Then with Tyler Huntley, what you saw, there were a couple drives where his mobility was helping him nicely. There are a couple drives where he was taking a little bit too long to see it, or he couldn't get a clean rip on the ball the way you wanted him to. I'm interested to see how DTR looks. We'll probably see him in the second half. My child will end up long. If my child ended up long snapper, I'll be very proud of my. See, y'all get me wrong. If I had a child who was a long snapper, I'd be proud. I'd be proud. I don't know if I'd be at every game, but I'd be proud. You know what I mean? Like, I'd be proud though. Yeah, I hope my son does. I have a son, a daughter, whatever. You know, hope that if they want to be a long snapper, I'd support them. I pay for all the camps and shit. Be out there, you know, helping them with the split times. Like, I'd be thrilled that the child is interested in football. And I would ask that child, hey, do you actually want me to come to these games? Because like, I don't know if you do. He's like, if you do, all right, I'll show up, you know, but you know, if you don't, I get it. How do you see the quarterback room turning out? I got to see DTR first before I can really make a determination on that. But Tyler Huntley looked like a backup. I don't know why y'all think I hate kickers. I just hate how the internet talks about kickers. And I've been proven right on this front multiple times. Because the internet talks about kickers as if you got to draft them in like the third round in order to get a good one. Y'all lost that argument. My argument was never kickers don't matter. My argument was like, hey man, you get to sign a veteran. Like it's a better chance than drafting these kickers. Y'all were wrong on that one. It wasn't Q hates kickers. It was Q hates how y'all talk about kickers. I was right. Long snappers. Now, see, look, and then some of y'all talk about we got to draft punters. He can flip the field. No, nobody care. Like, not holding your breath on DTR. I mean, me neither, but you got to still see him, give him a chance. No turnovers. Yeah, that's good. Well, I mean, they turned the ball over on downs like 3 times. If you count those as turnovers. Let me double check, make sure chat's fine. Yeah. This is what they got to say.
By Gatorade, and you know, it wasn't much in terms of great news for the Browns. It was 3 and out for Jordan Love. This is the third play, 65 yards to Octavian Wicks. And then after that, here's the good news. Cade York from 55.
Yeah, and you can see the people in the crowd, they saw it right off the foot, right down the middle. It's great to see for Cade.
Browns defense, a lot of their starters did not play, but I would say a lot.
Oh, yeah, Cade York looked good.
Showed up, particularly on this one drive where they stopped him on 4th and short.
And that's A.J. Dillon, 247 pounds. He had 3 cracks at it from a yard out, and the Browns defense did not budge and held him back.
Unfortunately, nearly a 15-play drive ended with this Emmanuel Wilson short run, and that gave Green Bay the eventual 17-3 lead. So what do you want to see in the second half? I imagine we'll see DTR.
Am I the only one that ever forgets like that Nathan Zagura is like a big dude? I always forget that Nathan Zagura is like a big dude. He's always been like a bigger guy. Because I remember like when he was on wrestling, well, he wasn't on wrestling, but he would be in the front row at the wrestling shows and you would see him because he's a big dude in the Cavs jersey. All right. He's back. And he's gone. No, don't time him out. Mighty, don't time him out. Get rid of him. Hide him from the channel. Yeah, hide him from the channel. Don't time him out. He's like 6'3". Yeah, hide him from the channel so he can't be in there again. He wrestled? Like, I know he probably wrestled in high school. Like, but I don't think he pro wrestled. He wasn't pro wrestling. Man.
This one will be returned by Brown as everybody can move once he touches the football.
Oh, good cut.
Gets up to the 25, and he's going to get dragged down there. Anthony Johnson Jr. on the stop for Green Bay.
And it is a one-on-one blocking play. And right there, they were able to Zaire Mitchell-Payne, who had a nice block earlier for Snoop Huntley, and that blew that return right up. But here comes DTR, Dorian Thompson-Robinson.
Yeah, our quarterback profile is brought to you by John Carroll University, building inspired futures. And
He fought Jeff Jarrett?
Particularly last year in the preseason.
He certainly.
Wait. Nathan Zagura fought Jeff Jarrett. I got to send me the clip on Twitter. I need to see that.
Led to a Dustin Hopkins walk-off field goal, and now hopefully he can.
Oh, get rid of it. There it is. Get ahead. Get down, John. Oh, John. Dog, are you kidding me? Oh, no.
That started out with so much.
Yeah.
Ends in a frustrating snarl for Kevin Stefanski.
Jonathan Kelly Jr. No, dog.
With the ball inside the Cleveland 40.
Yeah, John Kelly.
It looked like he knows he fumbled.
Last 4 seasons wants to break through. Going to be difficult, especially when you put the ball on the ground. But how about right there? DTR did a great job. Yes, that was a screen. You're supposed to invite the defender in.
Yeah, DTR did a good job getting that screen out.
His face immediately was able to drift back, still complete that pass attack. That's been one of our best offensive plays of the day. Unfortunately, it was not going to last because of the fumble. Ball security, that's something Kevin Stefanski preached. By the way, that hampered our team last year, Chris. Ball security was a massive issue and already rearing its ugly head here in the preseason.
Former Penn State Nittany Lion Sean Clifford remains in the game, went 9 of 17 in the first half through a couple of pretty good passes. That's not good for Green Bay as they have a little movement on the right side of the line.
Offense number 70. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Newman. Roy Newman.
Kelly kind of old to be on the practice squad, man. I don't think he's going to be on the practice squad.
It's preseason.
How do you think if you go out there at one point you go, hello?
Do you think he still runs with it? Do you think he has any idea about that one? Probably not. Guy in his mid-20s.
No idea.
Zero.
Yes. All right.
Marshawn Lloyd bounces back outside. He's going to
Damn, who's this?
inside the 40. He did a nice job just to make his way and get some positive yards on it.
That's an incredible run by Lloyd, 220 pounds. Last year, 7 yards a carry at USC. Pac-12 honorable mention. But Sam Kamara right there had great penetration for the Cleveland Browns. And you thought that play was going to be over in the backfield, Chris. And then Lloyd was able to get out of it and get about 4 or 5 yards there on first down. That should have been a negative play there. And it's the little things, right? The Browns, like many teams, do not tackle live. And so you will have some missed tackles. And that's what these preseason games are for. Getting used to that physicality and tackling to the ground.
Lloyd gets 8 yards on that carry. 2nd and 7. Joe Wilson's wide open. He's inside the 30, inside the 20, and he's going to be wrestled down there. Winston Reed, the rookie out of Weber State, played 6 seasons at that school. Second all-time leading tackler, undrafted free.
6 seasons in college.
A two-time All-American, two-time All-Big Sky, but I think he may have missed his assignment there. That was the play action. He was wild.
And with the Packers in the red zone, that is presented to you by Mid's Pasta Sauce. Mid's True Sicilian Pasta Sauce. It's made with more flavor, more premium ingredients, more time, and more sauce.
As Jim Donovan would say, molto bene.
That away, Jimmy. Good to see him back at the stadium today. And nice to see that, a minimal gain for Wilson.
Now, Mike Hall and Chris Williams. Chris Williams, 98, is a guy they think has inside-outside versatility. Out of Wagner, obviously going to be very difficult to crack this roster, but somebody that I think the Browns would like to keep in their program. They like what they've seen from him, and good penetration there for Mike Hall Jr. as well.
That's the thing. We are so focused on the 53 that you forget that there's another.
I couldn't imagine wanting to be in college for 6 years. I remember my 4th year, I was ready to go.
You stay in the program that
6.
to kind of keep your head.
I mean, this dude's out here giving 10 years of college experience. I'm like, dog, like, why? Like, the thing about college is it's fun and you have a good time and all that, but man, 5 years is really like anything after that, you kind of get sick.
The guy who can run and tackle had 137 of them last year at Mississippi State.
Did Nat Watson go down?
Lead the SEC in tackles and sacks in the same season, but
What happened
we're
with that?
already thin right now at the linebacker position.
And we will check on the rookie 6th rounder out of Mississippi State with the Browns down 2 scores.
Promises of trust not to be broken, whether spoken with an oath or sealed with a pinky. And after 100 years, we're still taking care of the military community and their families. That's our mission, always. Bring rings to beach wedding.
FedEx presents Tall Tales of True Deliveries.
Just another day on the job. We did this for love. See what we can do for you.
What'd you get? Oh, I got another double shot, double cream, double froth, double whip, double calf, double.
The injuries are on the conditioning coaches. Fire them. People just be out here believing like, why do you think it's the conditioning coach's fault that people are getting hurt playing football? Like, seriously, I would love an explanation. Maybe these injuries be folks not being in peak condition. I don't know, man. Like, if it's cramps or something like that, then that usually has something to do with conditioning. But honestly, it's football. It's your first time playing in a while. You're just gonna have injuries. We like have this conversation every first preseason game. And then we do it again the first week of the season. Like, football is a very dangerous sport that is going to create a ton of injuries. Like, there's no amount of stretching and weightlifting and massage gunning that's going to make that not be the reality. Some years you get injuries a lot. Some years you don't.
20, Nathaniel Watson, the 6th rounder, hobbled off to the sideline. He's pointing to his quad. We'll get more after the game.
Yeah, that just sounds like
Placed by Caleb Johnson, number 48. Clifford, looking left, pressure.
Oh.
Trying to find some space, lobs the ball, and incomplete. He was looking for Samari Toure, but good coverage by Edmonds and Hardy.
Yeah, excellent coverage right there from Justin Hardy. Great pressure. And this was a point of emphasis. Red zone. First time they were down there, the Packers scored a touchdown. Last year, the Browns' #1 ranked defense was 32nd. But look at the good job there. Hardy.
Yeah, he walked off the field on his own power, Nat Watson. If I won the lottery, I go back to school and learn as much as possible. Yeah, I mean, like, if you want to learn, Yeah, school's really good. But if you're in college playing football for 6 years or 10 years, I doubt you're like also trying to become a doctor or any other path that takes like legitimately that long to get through college. So it's like my whole point about being in college more than like 5 years and trying to play football has to be like a pretty weird experience. Is what are you doing educationally for them other 5 years? Like you got to do something. Like you just gonna end up with like 2 bachelor's degrees and like 1 master's? I don't know, dog. That wouldn't be for me. Like, so I get like wanting to go to school and learn as much as possible. Yeah, that's awesome. Learning is really good. And college offers pretty great opportunities to learn a bunch of different stuff. But when you playing football for your 6th year, I don't think that's about learning.
And your weight loss goals. Losing weight with GLP-1s is possible.
Maybe that's what happens. Somebody brought up that they messed up their first 3 years of college. It took another 3 to graduate. Maybe that's what happens. I just imagine it can't be enjoyable to be in that 6th year of college. Like, if you got to really make up that much work. I mean, I don't know what that dude's life is. The guy in Miami that like played college football for 10 years. That's crazy.
Double hot, double calf, double sleeve. Hey, did you know that Discover doubles your cash back at the end of the first year? You are cut off.
You earn, we match.
Debbie.
Unlimited cashback match.
Yeah, nobody's saying it's not worth it to get your master's. I'm not saying it's not worth it to be. Y'all not. I'm talking about the football players that be in school for like 8 years.
That would never fit on you.
Coverage provided by Goodyear. With you every mile on the road to greatness. Goodyear, more driven. Well, the Browns should pop on a few Goodyear tires and start driving the right direction. Down 20-3 in the early going of the third quarter. Amarian Brown back.
All right, DTR, your legacy is on the line. Down 17, 2 quarters left. Are you the guy to bring them back?
Well, that is a true kicker competition.
Defend your crown.
Kickoffs, field goals, PATs. And it'll be returned by Brown once
we got action.
Everybody else can move. Gets across the 25 to 30.
Ooh.
Good job getting it up to the 33-yard line. Browns, of course, made some news this week with a proposal for a new stadium announcement out in Brook Park, and this thing is a beauty. A letter released by the Haslam Sports Group. They love the idea of a $2.4 billion dome out in Brook Park. And a letter, they called it a transformational option that will create a modern, dynamic, world-class venue that would greatly enhance the fan experience. There, of course, is Dee Haslam. Whitney Johnson checking out the game today as DTR on for his second play. Throws it downfield and overshoots Jamari Crash. And Nathan, you are in the building. Obviously, there's great excitement about that proposal.
There's tons of excitement because it has an opportunity to transform this region. Now the Browns pursuing parallel paths. No decision has been made, as Haslam Sports Group COO Dave Jenkins said in that letter. But there is an opportunity, and the Haslam said they will do what is best for the fans and what is the best for this region to have a beautiful, state-of-the-art, world-class facility there in Brook Park. Those renderings, absolutely gorgeous. Same architects who did U.S. Bank Stadium, which is widely regarded as the best in the National Football League.
That one, of course, up in Minneapolis. John Kelly lost the ball the last time that he saw it.
That is the one thing I think that keeps John Kelly around, is that he be running hard, dog.
Should he be a partner of the Cleveland Browns? Come on, J-Dub. Yearly, we got to check out the shoes. Come on, man.
You know he's got the heat on the feet. But
somebody get to him there in the suite, so you put those shoes up there and see what you're wearing. Third and short for the Browns.
3-by-1.
BTR going to swing it out to Kelly.
Oh, God.
Keelan King, though, with a nice
Can we
tackle to prevent
finish
Kelly
the
from
drive?
moving the sticks.
One of the things we were talking about, offensive line depth, and obviously you're right. You have guys who have been out here. Jermaine Ifedi, a former first-round pick, 9-year veteran, Adeniji out here as well. But the time for the quarterback to deliver the football has not been there, and that's why you're not seeing
Looks like Kevin's pissed about something process-wise, where they didn't have a play ready.
today. They have not been able to push the ball down the field, and that's been a problem. That's why you got to stretch them not only horizontally, but vertically, and the Browns have not been able to do that, and their line has not given them the opportunity to do that thus far.
Corey Bajorquez is like, yeah, I'm good. I've had enough. We're punting the ball. He's going to boot it away. Samari Toure back for the Packers. Returnable punt from the 21. Gives it up past the 30, up to the 35, and dragged down there by Christopher Edmonds. Browns looking for a defensive stop with 10:23 to go in the third.
No, you can't do real grass in a dome. That's not a thing. Only way you could do real grass in a dome is if you slide the grass out. But that's a system that's really only done in super controlled climate areas like Arizona, like Las Vegas. That's the only places where you really have those mechanisms. And the Browns' new stadium would not have that mechanism. So you can't grow grass that way. I know some people are looking, oh, well, the roof is translucent, so maybe you can grow grass through the roof. That's not going to be 100% translucent glass. That's going to be something that's going to let about 8 to 10% of the sunlight in. That's not enough to grow grass. And it's definitely not enough to grow grass during the wintertime. So more than likely, more than 100% chance that they build that dome, that's going to be turf. 100% that's going to be turf. Yeah, I don't care what Ohio is working to build. They're not going to be they build a dome. They're not going to have natural grass in there. It's a pipe dream. It's not happening. Like, the whole purpose of that dome is so they can host more events, and natural grass makes it harder to host more events. It's just not going to happen. Yeah, it's just not going to happen. Isn't Columbus's stadium outside? Retractable stadiums have a difficult time growing grass too. Like, there's a reason there's not natural grass in any of the retractable stadiums that we've talked about that don't have the sliding mechanism, right? Houston doesn't have natural grass in there. Indianapolis doesn't have natural grass because the retractable roof part doesn't open up enough to get the proper amount of sunlight you need during the wintertime to grow the grass. It's just not possible. There are really not any soccer domes in Europe. I don't know where that comment came from. Most of the soccer stadiums in Europe, I think almost all of them, if not all of them, are outdoors. They just have like big tents over the seating. They're all outside. Like, they're not even retractable domes. They're just like that. The retractable domes and domes is really only like as common as it is in the U.S.
Yeah.
Good defense.
Caleb Johnson get out of the U with the stop.
And Caleb Johnson was with the Browns early in the offseason when Charlie went down. They back right out of the U. He's been with the Jets, the Arizona Cardinals, the Steelers, now with the Browns, trying to stick. When you make plays like that, knife in, hit, get them down, that'll get people's attention.
It'll be a little bit of a new look linebacker room And also, there's a bunch of guys that just aren't played. They're all dinged up right now. Guys like Tony Fields, Jordan Hicks, the veteran, sitting this one out today. Michael Pratt, the rookie out of Tulane, delivers his first NFL pass, and it is caught.
What's that, Michael Pratt?
He's made a couple of nice catches today. Now the Packers are in Browns territory. For Pratt, he is the first Tulane Green quarterback to be drafted since
J.P. Lossman.
So another misconception, right? When we talk about the glass roof, the same thing that Minnesota has, that's not a glass roof, actually. What that is a roof with ETFC paneling, which is a type of plastic that's translucent. It's spacecraft shit. So that's what's actually on are they about to score? That's what's actually on the roof of Minnesota Stadium. You can look it up to confirm it if you don't believe me. And that's not glass. That's ETFC. What that means is that lets about 8 to 10% of the sunlight in. And think about it like that. You're letting 8 to 10% of the sunlight in. That's already not enough to grow grass under. And then you have to deal with Cleveland winters that don't have much sunlight time. You're just not going to be able to grow natural grass inside a structure like that. Unless that is unless that's completely glass and you can let it grow, but it's not, because then the stadium will be like 200 degrees. Yeah. So you're not going to be able to grow grass inside a dome. Even though you can see the sun and the clouds from the inside, you can't grow grass in there. Growing Kentucky bluegrass is very difficult, right? This is something that you hire, and I'm not talking about Kentucky bluegrass that'll be at your house. This is top grade Kentucky bluegrass that has to be maintained at a professional quality. In order to do that is very difficult. You need a lot of sun. You need a lot of sprinklers. You need a lot of people working it. You can't do it when there's a layer of anything between the sun and the field. You build a dome, you are giving up the natural grass. I don't think that's the craziest trade-off in the world. I'm fine with it. But just so that you guys aren't disappointed or get sold dreams that aren't true, I'm telling you right now, if they build a dome that's gonna have turf, oh my God, they dropped the interception 4 different times.
Future?
Maybe. Let's see.
Last one, football one. This offense has obviously been augmented a little bit. We're going to get to see it.
I know a lot of people, when they make the argument for turf and grass, they make it seem like it's super easy to put natural grass in there for a whole NFL season in indoor stadiums. It's really not as easy as people make it seem to win an argument. It's a lot more difficult. Even if you try, you would have to build something purpose made for that to happen. And even some of the known solutions we have for growing grass indoors, I don't know if they apply in a city like Cleveland that gets snow, right? That gets a lot of different weather, because the only places those systems have been tried are areas where it doesn't rain. Well, it rains a little bit, but it's usually sunny all the time, like Arizona or Las Vegas. So that's another good point that Fog Raw brings up, because I looked into this too. Sometimes you will see in these dome stadiums, when the World Cup comes into town, that they will have natural grass. How does that happen, right? That's a good question. I looked this up too. Basically, when the World Cup comes, because they're only playing 1 or 2 games, what they can afford to do for those 2 games for the World Cup is manually roll in sod grass that was grown somewhere else into the stadium. Now, while that is sustainable for a one-time event like the World Cup, you can see why that wouldn't be the most sustainable thing for weekly football games. Because you're talking about grass that has to be replaced. Well, every week, replaced, resodded, retied, repainted, all that stuff. So it's not really practical. You can do it for one event. You can do it for a couple of events. But 17 games, you're probably not going to be able to do it.
Which Browns defensive player was formerly with the Packers? Go ahead. Now you may give out the answer.
Zadarius Smith, 13 and a half sacks with the Pack, Pro Bowler there 2 times over, and hoping to get back to that double-digit sack number with the Cleveland Browns this year.
Suffered a knee contusion in camp, but he's trending up, as we like to say, and still smiling.
Now, another solution for growing grass indoors is building like a giant grow light system. Again, not as practical as people kind of like make it out to be. It's actually very impractical, especially if you plan to hold other events there. So, boy, horrible choice to take it out. But you know, basically the trade-off is still the trade-off it's been for the last 30 years. You build a dome, you're going to play on turf. Long story short, there's really no way around that.
And was a former NFL Coach of the Year with the Tennessee Titans, even now working with David Njoku, as you can see.
And he is having the time of his life, doing drops with the linebackers, working with Tommy Reese and the tight ends. He and Chief working on their hand position. He's having so much fun. In fact, he's been so valuable. Kim Stefanski told us they're calling him the human resource, whether it's for Coach Stefanski, for Tommy Reese with the tight ends, for Andrew Berry, for Ben Trone. He's out there helping this Cleveland Browns team.
Boy, if he could have just stayed up.
Been in that kind of tight end room, because not only could he play against tight ends, he could catch the ball a little bit, right?
I don't know how this happened. Tom Brady threw 10 passes in his direction. He caught all 10 for 10 touchdowns. What are we doing, defense?
When you see Vrabel on the field, you think he would do something about it. But if we can get that kind of efficiency from him helping our guys, oh, baby, and they're going to be retiring his number in Welsh Jesuit, a huge ceremony. How exciting. And he is a guy who was chewing dog bones back in the day, now coaches the
the 5th rounder out of Louisville.
Did not love how he got tackled there.
Aditi?
Well, Nathan was just saying that indeed Mike Vrabel has been the human resource to all of these members of the Cleveland Browns.
Hey, to that guy who asked me that question this morning, Mike Vrabel on the sideline. There you go. Nothing to worry about.
Tight ends. We did just talk to David Njoku about this. I had to call the guy, the tight end that he used to face when he was a rookie. That's back when Mike Vrabel was a Pittsburgh Steelers. He, of course, was a linebacker. He had to go up against the tight ends every single day. The longtime tight end that he went up against was Mark Bruner. And Mark Bruner said that Mike Vrabel made him better every day. Mike Vrabel told Kevin Stefanski that going up against Mark Bruner every day.
I love that, like, Mike Vrabel and David Njoku, of all people, became best friends. Like, what a random pairing.
Could teach all the tight ends everything that would bother a linebacker, that would irk a linebacker. But then Bruner said to me, you know, the best thing that a tight end could ever do against a linebacker is hold him. So ask Vrabel if he's teaching those
Good throw.
Well, there is the best.
Good throw.
And Splash catches it.
Now you need to see more and more and more and more and more of that from DTR.
Bruner, by the way, getting mentioned on the Browns preseason telecast. Best pass play of the afternoon, Nathan.
Yeah, he had a nice pocket. They clear out the deep route with Mike Woods again.
That's what you like to see.
Thrown into that hole.
Good ball, decisive. And here's the other thing with DTR you want to see. Not the sense, like, the sense of urgency is fine, but not in such a rush that he feels like he has to get rid of the ball, like, at 1 or 2 seconds.
9% completion, so he knows how to
let him get comfortable.
Completed 64% of his passes last season in preseason. This one is, boy, Amari and Brown did a great job just to get a little bit past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he needed that block from Zaire Mitchell-Payton, and unfortunately he was not able to get it on the edge, had to stop his feet, but he's got that speed, 4.3, Chris, and right there, unfortunately, he had to slow down, and he got tackled.
As for DTR, you'll remember his first start a season ago came in week 4 against Baltimore.
Unfair.
It was
a completely unfair
A
situation.
lot of people thought that Deshaun Watson was going to be ready to go,
Everybody,
and DTR apparently didn't find out until earlier that day.
Yes.
And it was a tough day against one of the better teams in the NFL. But after that, he started to settle in, did some nice things. Rook.
Yeah, he really did. Like I said, he gets you that win here against Pittsburgh in that emotional game. And that was the game immediately following the news that Deshaun Watson would be out for the year. Goes into Denver and started to play well. Started to really kind of feel comfortable. Made some big throws in that one, led 3 straight scoring drives. Then he got knocked out. The sad thing for DTR was, if you remember at the time, we were going back to UCLA where he played his college football, and that led to Flacco Mania.
Well, one guy has certainly made a name in this city now in his 3rd year is standing by with Aditi Kinkawala. This sideline report is brought to you by Leak Filter, the official gutter guard of the Cleveland Browns. Aditi?
Ooh, who's that? Mitchell Payton.
But it will come back in here. Okay, MJ, you got in about 10 plays today. You didn't
Mitchell Payton. Mitchell Payton's looked pretty good, gotta say. He looks pretty damn good.
Faster, and just communicate, be on the same page and playing fast, because that's what we do, so we can get better in that aspect. But it wasn't too bad, a lot of things we can learn off.
talk about communicating and playing faster. You spent the offseason with one of your usual running mates in Denzel Ward. Living in the same exact house?
Yeah, living in the same exact house, man, grinding under the same umbrella together, man. Just focus on, one goal and just being the best we can be. Honestly, just pushing each other the whole off season, man. It was a great moment, man. And just to know that we put in like basically the exact same work, went through them hard times together, and I'm excited to see what the season holds for us.
Denzel's got those Pro Bowls. I know that that's a goal there. Do you feel like there's a piece to your game that has been added this year?
Yeah, man, just all around. I try to, just be the best I can be every day, and just trying to focus on certain
Good rip.
things in my game,
Ooh, preseason DTR is back, baby.
And just
Hey, look, DTR throwing a dude wearing number 80 in the preseason, he gonna ball.
being the best that we can be, and bring everybody along with us. Because, this year we have big expectations and just
Hey, Giorgio, you wrong as hell for that.
You and Denzel are roommates. Does he do the dishes?
You wrong as hell for
nobody
that.
did this shit, we had a little help, so.
Vacuum? You don't vacuum either?
I grew up with my father, so I know a lot about cleaning. I used to sweep up, what I'm saying? He clean up too, though, it's teamwork. Anything that we do, so. Okay.
All right, we appreciate it, MJ. We'll talk to you soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I mean, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, let's literally clean it up in there. By the way, I don't know. It sounds like a real bachelor fan. In the meantime, the Browns have entered the red zone presented by mid-screw Sicilian pasta sauce,
I know Greg Newsome like, why I get an invite?
gaining 16 yards to Kamari Thrash. Outstanding catch by the 5th rounder out of Louisville. So the Browns with their best drive of the day. DTR out to John Kelly. And he gets out of bounds at the 11.
I love MJ Emerson.
Yeah.
I think MJ Emerson should have been in the Pro Bowl. He's one of 3 cornerbacks in the league with 14 or more passes defense the last 3 years. He is, and we'll talk more about it because he is great.
And this drive has been great. Engineered by DTR. Can he get the Browns in the end zone for the first time this year? They're down 20 after 3.
Promises of trust not to be broken, whether spoken with an oath or sealed with a pinky. And after 100 years, we're still taking care of the military community and their families. That's our mission, always.
Let's see, who stood out so far?
To lose 20% of your weight in a year with diet and exercise. That's the power of GLP-1s through Row. Row helps find the medication that's right for you, based on cost, availability, and your weight loss goals. Losing weight with GLP-1s is possible through Row. Connect with the provider today at row.co/20.
Introducing Mando Whole Body Deodorant for pits, privates, and beyond. I'm Dr. Shannon Klingman, the inventor
I'll
of
be
Whole
right back.
Body Deodorant. Like Mando, it's clinically proven to block odors all day and controls odor for 72 hours. And before you say it, Mando works better than a shower with soap alone. Rather than covering up BO with heavy fragrance, Mando's unique formula stops odor before it starts. That's my secret to better odor control everywhere. Mando's unlike anything you've ever tried before. Get over 30% off at shopmando.com.
Hey, so I found a betting system that's really working great for me. I set up an hour-a-week time limit on FanDuel. I can also set up wager limits. So what's your system?
Make FanDuel's responsible gaming tools a key part of your system.
New icy hot pro massaging balm. Easy to grip and massage in the.
And Caleb Williams did something.
Why choose the Sleep Number Smart Bed?
Can I make my side softer?
I make my side firmer, softer, whenever I want. Sleep Number does that. Choose your ideal comfort on either side of the bed. Sleep better together. Visit sleepnumber.com.
3/4 brought to you by Hyundai. With a brand new Hyundai, there's joy in every journey. Browns inching closer to that 200-yard mark for the game, in part because DTR perfect 5 for 5 on this drive for 60 yards and finding a rookie in Jamari Thrash.
Yeah, you got cover 2 up here, the 2 deep safeties. You're going to look for Jamari Thrash to come and get around the dropping linebacker. And then DTR, as he comes around, that is a tight window throw. Puts it right on the money. That is an impressive throw and a great catch from Jamari Thrash.
Come on, space.
Right away, Nathan. Way to get that telestrator. We're keeping stats on
All right.
that. Everything.
1-1 single high. 1-1 single high. High. Top screen.
Third down.
No, nothing. Did he catch that? No way.
Good coverage there by Christian Young. Fans didn't love it. They thought maybe he had interfered. DTR did well just to get it away.
He had no time. That was a jailbreak to the quarterback. He actually looked like kind of got that ball all the way through to John Kelly somehow.
But he bobbled it.
And was out of bounds. But that was a pretty incredible throw.
It really was.
It's in there.
4th and 4. Browns going for it. Why not?
Yep.
Both teams 0 for 1 in that category on the day.
Yeah, press up at the top if you want to run a fade there.
BTR has
tipped.
So that Packers defense stymies Cleveland's best drive of the day. Will remain down.
Yeah, the Browns have had, 3 good drives? Just all stalled out in the 20. To be fair, their drive finishers aren't out there, but, take it for what you want. Ooh, Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams making throws. Caleb Williams is certainly making throws.
His first pass attempt has plenty of time. Now chased out. And Williams will just throw this one away. Williams whips up, standing in the pocket, now fires it, plays it to DJ Moore, but he's going to be tackled very close, and he'll stay there for this 1st down and 10 play. Pressure coming, Williams flicks one, takes it to Swift, into Buffalo territory, and he's tripped up around the 20-yard line. Taylor Rapp on the tackle, but a gain of 42, and how about the improv from Caleb Williams?
Yeah, not the prettiest throw, but pretty effective to cover the field. When the deeper and deeper routes start to develop, you see how far that's
3rd down and 6. Williams from his own end zone. Throws to the outside, nearly intercepted. A flag was down. Cam Lewis at the yard line. Keenan Allen in motion. Williams on the run connects with DJ Moore. A stiff arm to pick up the 1st down and still going. Finally, the rest of the Wall of Fame, Steve Tasker. Williams play action. Fakes it. Scoot doesn't buy the fake this time. Williams connects. What a throw by Caleb Williams.
Yeah, it was a great throw. Williams goes out, buys him some time.
Man, he still don't look right at number 18.
Williams takes the snap and the shotgun steps up. He's going to run it. Williams out to the races. Down the ball. And as he learned doing the slip and slide, as we saw in Hove, rolling right and Moore, the ball comes in, and the pocket swirling around. 3rd and 9. Pocket swirling.
She's not big, right? She's little, but she looks like a thimble next to our next guest.
Tell you, I think DeJuan Jones grew this offseason. Are you even bigger than you were a year ago?
I haven't got an official height, but I might be, I might be 6'9", but no, I'm listening to 6'10".
What? He might be 6'9"?
think he's 6'9". 6'9", your second year out at right tackle. Tell me what the biggest difference is in year two.
Just find a routine. Watch guys like Joel come in. They do the same thing every day. That's one of my main things. I kind of picked up on for my first year. I wanted to make sure I did my second year, make sure I had the same routine every day. Living the same lifestyle.
And what do you think of this opportunity right now as Jack is rehabbing and you're getting all these looks?
It's a great opportunity. Coming off an injury. Having as many reps and to get back into game-like situations. I need it. I need to get better at it. It just helps the team out. Just get the game day feel.
So we did talk to your old Ohio State teammate, Mike Hall Jr.
What am I most excited about for Brook Park? Climate-controlled environment. That's what I'm most excited about. Climate-controlled environment.
What did he say?
He said that you think that you're a point guard.
I'm a little point guard at heart. I can't just because I didn't think I was going to be 6'8" at one point. So I definitely had to work on my ball handling skills growing up. So I say so for the most part.
He did give me those props. He said you actually can dribble. You don't look like a big man dribble.
Yeah, I would say so. Being from Indiana, that's a basketball state. So, you kind of have to have that go with your game.
Yeah, but you're not going to talk to the Guardians about anything right now.
No. I'm not a baseball player. I just let them handle, all their stuff on the field. They're pretty good at what they do.
All right, so that's good. So let's go back to the offensive line for a minute, though. As you have guys kind of working their way in, and as you work with a new coach, what's the challenge in that right now as you try to build that chemistry?
I say just like you said, the chemistry. Leaving leaving the old coach and having a new one, but they kind of share the same similarities. Andy was under Coach Callahan and
That might be an injury. 38 might be hurt.
It works out pretty well.
You're never going to replace or step in the shoes of a Hall of Fame type coach like Bill Callahan. But what's one fun thing about Coach Dickerson?
Coach Andy, he's a little bit younger, so he gets our references and meetings. So we'll say jokes, stuff like that. So he gets them, and it's kind of funny. We have somebody that can relate to us a little bit.
I'm telling Coach Callahan that.
It's all good. He understands. Coach Callahan, he's a pretty guy at heart too. So we work on it.
All right, last one though. I heard that you talk trash to everybody on the defensive line, including Myles Garrett. Isn't that a little dangerous?
I feel like the best trash talkers talk to everybody. I kind of watch a lot of KG, Shaq, and everybody talks trash. And, they talk trash to the best players, and it makes them better, makes me better. We just get after it. That's the main thing.
And we appreciate it.
Aditi, thank you. He's definitely a point guard if he's talking trash out there. Even against Miles.
When you invoke Kevin Garnett as your trash talking role model, he's bringing.
So does that mean that they want it? Just curious. Browns force.
Oh, James.
Winston Reed, number 50.
Ooh, nice little return, James.
Getting it up to the 34-yard.
Hey, dog, how far down in this preseason game do we got to get to see James Prochet run routes? They got no faith in him as a wide receiver. Like, he is exclusive.
And send it back to us. And when you're ready to rent for real, just head back to the Black Tux and make your order official.
I got pets on my mind, I got pets on my heart. Yeah, I got me some pets and I gotta feed. Sometimes I get lonely and that's why I need them. I like to count fishies and that's why I keep them. My dog need a walk, so I got a leash. I got me a rabbit and he like to play. Got a cute kitten and her color gray. My turtle come with me, he don't like to stay. I got a few lizards, they on display. Have you ever seen a bird do a trick full of seed? I got me a
He kind of spitting, though.
anything at your mouth. A parakeet, you say I love pets. I say agree, yeah. I love my pets. Yeah. Pets on my mind, pets on my mind, pets on my heart.
Okay, ideas. Where are we going?
I got
What about a comedy show?
I've seen you, I've liked on you. So
Oh, I got an idea.
I feel hungry.
Let's go.
Whatever your vibe. Tacos. Find it in the all-new, all-hybrid Camry. Toyota. Let's go places.
When does a man become a gentleman? When he graduates from his tattered old boxers and gives his two underclassmen a master's in fine undergarments.
Hey, Cleveland Brown Stadium, quicker on game day with Express Access, presented by Verizon. And new this year, select concession stands will offer Express Access as well, presented by Bud Light. Enroll for free today. Go to the Tickets tab of the Browns Bubble app to learn a little bit more. Hi. Hello. We see you. You could have gotten in here faster. You had that thing. DTR still under center with the Browns ball down 20 to 12:09 to go. Fresh set of tackles out there. We'll tell you about them in just a bit.
Ooh.
Thompson Robinson swings it out. Completed catch.
Matt Landers.
Landers.
A lot of y'all's favorite.
Arkansas.
It's my guy Landers, and now he's been making a name for himself in Browns camp because of his ability to run vertical routes. And so what you see there is the DBs on backers, they're aware. Give a little cushion, get that little speed out, nice gain on first down. But I want to see Landers getting vertical if they press him on the outside like it looks like they're doing right here. Send him.
He's talented. Spent the first 3 years of his career at Georgia, then won at Toledo, and finished up at Arkansas. Aiden Robbins, the rookie out of BYU.
Oh, y'all boy.
Looks like he got enough for the first down. Yeah, let's move those chains. Why don't we? Let's talk a little bit about the offensive line. Number 61, Roy Mbedeka. He's part of the International Player Pathway Program.
Yeah, he is a huge, raw developmental prospect from Nigeria. 6'8", 330. Never played in high school or college, but they say he's got great feet and a natural feel for it. So he's somebody looking to try to make the Cleveland Browns practice squad.
That is cool. Well, cool play if you're a Packers fan on that one.
Yeah, two guys are not supposed to be meeting in the backfield there. One of them got around Mbedeka on that one, and Aiden Robinson, big Browns running back, 237. Did not have a lot of room to get that weight going forward.
Finished up at BYU. His best year of his college career came the season before at UNLV. More than 1,000 yards and 9 scores for the Runnin' Rebs. You'll notice a lot of these guys, 2 or 3 different schools these days, between the NIL and the transfer portal and everything else. How many schools you go to? One. That way. Aiden Robbins is going to get it, get in.
Nice little burst by Aiden Robbins.
Find by DTR. Gets it close to the first down, maybe about a yard shy.
Yeah, Aiden Robbins doing a great job there. Rookies, they talk about them in pass pro.
Yeah, good pass.
Nice chip, and then makes himself available to his quarterback and able to get up the field. But I like that from Aiden Robbins, showing that is not a rookie play. That's the big concern when you put rookie running backs out there. How do they do in pass pro? Right there, a nice chip, and then made himself available to the quarterback and almost picked up the first down.
Well, new running backs coach Stu Staley said this week, Aiden Robbins is one of the smartest guys he's got in the room. He's actually helping other people that are more veteran.
You say.
You do not want to upset Stu Staley.
Dude. Little play fake. Robinson keeps his footing, tied up, throws it deep downfield and out of bounds over the head of Matt Landers. Boy, he did well just to get away from the Packers defense on that one.
I have no idea what happened there. Wow. All right. Well, he's not making the team.
Gets out of it and gets it down the field, and it feels like the 12th, 4th down attempt here in this game, but the Browns are going to go for it again. This is a big one. Got to pick this one up, but listen, when you are a tackle, if you're 6'8", 330, you got to at least get a hand on somebody. You're a big guy.
Yeah, Brenton Cox was applying the pressure, and now 4th and short. Fake to Robbins, and DTR is going to keep it himself.
Did you get it?
That's some athleticism by the former Bruin.
Nice little
I'm sure
play.
Kevin Stefanski was like, please do not get hit on that one.
This is what DTR did in the last preseason, throwing out blocks. He gets to the outside right here. What I love about this is He has to make the decision to go the leap over, and then he gives it a little look back. I got you right there, brother. That was the leap to the sky and a first down for the Browns. I love DTR. Competitor, confident. Here it comes right here. Yep, you. I got you. How's the hip? How's the hip? Good.
All right, DTR rip one.
Looks fine to me.
Right there.
So Browns back in
Matt Landers, 101.
territory.
Hey, dog, this offensive line is wookie right now. Goodness. They come off the ball like a full second after it gets snapped.
Hey, Preseason Landers half the time up at the top. Let me get that deep ball.
Let's talk about the week ahead. Of course, 1 week from today, we will be facing Minnesota Vikings here on News 5. But throughout the week, a pair of joint practices where guys like the perennial Pro Bowler Joel Bitonio and Wyatt Teller, they're going to get plenty of good action against the Vikings first teamers.
Yeah, 9 Pro Bowls between the two of those guys. But yeah, that is going to be the most important week of work for the starters in this entire offseason. Those joint practices where you go good on good, you get work in the red zone. You get work.
Good catch. What was that?
Well, DTR, same coverage as before, that inward breaking route behind the dropping linebacker. And he
All right, come on. Let's finish the drive.
there. See it from his angle. He's waiting for him to clear the linebacker. See, 44 comes out, pulls in with his eyes, and then hits Amory and Brown behind. Here's the guy, pulls him out, and then boom, ball right on him. That is a great throw again from DTR, who to me right now has been the most impressive thing that the Browns have put on the field today, other than Kate Root's 55-yard.
And a nifty catch by Amari and Brown. 5'8", 170, a few years at Georgia Tech before moving on to South Carolina. Talk about an athlete. He blocked a punt. He also threw a touchdown while in college.
He's the guy that they like in this building, and I think he's got a good chance.
Step in, stay calm. There you go. Is that James Prochet actually playing wide receiver?
It's 7 touchdowns as a freshman at Georgia Tech. That guy's Calvin Johnson for the record there.
What did he ever do?
Yeah, a few things. Look, inside, that's cover 3. The dig beats cover 3 right there. Prochet sets him up and at the top of his stem, breaks it to the inside. And DTR right now is dealing 12 of 16 for 117 yards.
And we are inside the red zone. Presented to you by Mid's True Sicilian Pasta Sauce. Let's get it going. DTR.
Got him. Good throw.
There is a touchdown of the preseason.
It looks like they're going to throw an eligible man downfield in those RPOs. The linemen have to stay close to the line of scrimmage. Now they're talking about it, and I hope I'm wrong. But how about Brown right there? The nice post, and as I said, DTR put it on the money, but I hope I'm wrong here.
Member of the offense.
That is the 3rd round pick, Zach Sitzer. Are you kidding? I'm with you.
Zach.
And that's a rookie, Zach Sincher, right now for you, lined up here at the right guard. And you see, you can have to stay within a yard, and he's a good,
Yeah.
good 5 yards down the field, tries to get back there at the end, and he can't do it. He couldn't believe it. Amari and Brown can't believe it. Brown.
Zach just lost complete track of where he was.
So it'll be 1st and 15. Robbins, nowhere to go. Bunch of Packers in on the stop.
So that's part of the new offense, and that's part of the new stuff for Zach Sincher. There weren't a lot of RPOs in Jim Harbaugh's Michigan offense, and so you need to understand where you are spatially on the field because that ball could have been handed off. So yes, he's doing that lead blocking, but you have to stay within the line because DTR pulled that one back and threw a beautiful ball on the slant to Brown.
Of course, the last time Big Ten fans had a chance to see him was in that win over Ohio State where he broke his tibia and his fibula. Captain of the Wolverines during their national championship season. That's a completion. Mitchell Payton gets it down to the 15.
Come on, DTR. You got to take a couple shots in the red zone, in the end zone now, right now.
Third and manageable, on my guess, based on what we've done down here. This is 4-down territory for Kevin Stefanski. So you're thinking about 2 plays to get the first down, 2 plays to get 11 yards. So you don't need to get it all on this one. You can get yourself into a 4th and 4. That would be ideal if you don't pick up the conversion right here. But I love the way DTR's been throwing the football right now in the red zone. Tight window throws. So his accuracy.
That looks like cover 3.
He's been on the money.
Yeah, they're
3
going to
receivers
roll.
to the left on 3rd and 10. DTR looking that way.
Match Buzz. Got it. There we go. Way to see it, and it's a late hit.
Play as the first down will take it down to about the 3.
Match Buzz saw it, read it pretty well.
Early indications are some kind of infraction on the defense, the secondary.
Personal foul. Defense number 40.
My man gave a passionate "let's effing go."
He throws this ball. He is drifting to the right hash mark. Kind of up.
Yeah, see, he sees the Match Buzz read and he just throws it right there in the blank space. Good job.
A big boy throw right there by Dorian Thompson-Robinson.
And the penalty will push it down to the 1-yard line. First and goal. Robbins pushes it to the first.
All right.
And the first for the Browns is preseason. We didn't do anything. They did it.
Well,
Great drives.
now that that's happened, it's obvious. It's obvious. We're going to go to the Super Bowl now.
Earlier, how about that result? Even with the penalty, what do you do? You make amends, you get it in the end zone anyway. Touchdown, Browns. What a great thrill for Robbins. That's going to be awesome, Fred.
Another good drive engineered by DTR. This one ends up at points. Will it be 6 or 7? Here's Cade York, who's true from 55 earlier today. And make it 2 for 2 on kicks. It's a little more life here at Cleveland Browns Stadium. The Orange and Brown, they got their first touchdown of the preseason, thanks to a rookie from BYU.
Are we here to win? Or are we here to enjoy some crisp barefoot Pinot Grigio? Sure, wine and football can be complicated, but enjoying them should be easy.
Your cybersecurity audit is on the horizon. But between all the spreadsheets and systems and employees to follow up with, are you even getting anywhere? You're lost at GRC. Vanta helps you chart a course to continuous compliance by monitoring all the systems your business relies on to ensure compliance with SOC 2, ISO 27001, and even frameworks you've defined yourself. So audit prep becomes a breeze. Automate
Yeah, DTR, I think he's probably had the most I can't talk today. DTR has had probably the most substantial stay out there quarterback, right? Jameis was out there one drive. Hard to say anything about him positive, negative. Tyler Huntley, I thought he had a couple of good drives. I thought he had a couple of drives where he was part of the reason that they didn't move the ball when they needed to, or part of the reason why they stalled out. And I think DTR looked good. It's important to remember, though, Tyler Huntley is playing still when there's 2s and 1s out there versus DTR. I mean, he's playing against 4th and 5th string guys right now. It's not the same level of competition. So he should look like this, quite frankly. Like DTR looks good. He should look good. He is somebody who looked good against 4th and 5th stringers last year in the preseason. This should be no surprise. He's adding a couple of things to that repertoire, which is, again, expected. But yeah, I wouldn't draw too many conclusions out of this, Thank you, Rich Mack, for becoming a member, brother.
Presented to you by Howard Hanna, the official real estate provider of the Cleveland Browns. Our exclusive buyer agents help you score big with your new home. Visit howardhanna.com/GoBrowns today. Nice drive. DTR, Amari Brown, big effort out of the little man from South Carolina.
Tall on talent. I love DT. I like his moxie. I've liked him since the first time I interviewed him when the Browns drafted him in the 5th round at UCLA. This was a confident kid, and he's on full display. That confidence, ripping the ball.
Wilson's going to return it from the 3. He's got a little space, gets up past the 30 and dragged down there by Marcus James. DTR doing things.
Yeah, but you got. Someone said, "Come on, Q. DTR looked good, bro." Yeah, I didn't say he looked bad. I'm just saying you also got to. We cannot act like that was happening at the beginning of the game. Like, he played in the second half. His most impressive stuff came in the fourth quarter when there's less and less starters out there. It's good, but it also, you would expect this. This is what he did last year. This is him doing what he did last year. We saw what that translated to in the regular season. Still need to kind of see more before I'm willing to go crazy on him. And I think that's a fair take to have, to be honest.
16 with that practice squad, but you have a lot of big ticket items on this football team. You're going to need to extend JOK coming up. You're going to need to extend MJ Emerson coming up. You've got some big ticket items. And so to have a backup quarterback of the future on a rookie deal like DTR, this year it's Jameis Winston, obviously, but the potential for it to be DTR gives you a lot of salary cap flexibility and roster flexibility in the coming years.
Howard again is going to get a first down and up close to midfield before Brady Breeze knocks him down. Caleb Johnson on the assist as well. It's a great point, though. And last year they thought he could be the backup quarterback. Now, he did get dinged up a little bit in the middle of the season. That's why the heroics of Joe Flacco came to fruition. But this is a team that knows better than anybody when they started 5 quarterbacks a season ago that you need to count on 2, 3 guys just in case.
Yeah, hopefully this year we have just one quarterback, and it's Deshaun Watson, because that, I think, would lead to a lot of success for the Cleveland Browns. But yeah, it's the most important position in sports. And, this Browns team, with the depth of their roster, you're probably going to have to keep bringing. You put DTR at the 53-minute cut, he's not a Cleveland Brown. And so those are the decisions that have to be weighed for Andrew Berry as you put this roster together. But eventually, the notion that you can have 2, that frees up so much for you in other areas. And then financially, it really helps to have the most expensive position on a rookie deal.
66 quarterbacks started games a season ago. 68 back in 2022. So it is problematic around this league. That's the way the game unfolds. So you have got to know that is truly a top 30 position here on your roster. Little end around.
Love that design.
Hicks, a local guy out of Mayfield Heights High School, had a 23-yard catch a little bit earlier. And this is nice to see. Nice story. 30 catches as a senior at Mayfield Heights. 16 of them found the end zone.
Jeez Louise. He's going to get Vrabel a run for his money of efficiency. It's fun, though. Yeah, he's got to think about Justin Hardy, Mike Hall, Denzel, Hicks, have all these guys playing in this stadium. It's got to be a great total for them, right? Sunahara, the list goes on. A lot of local flavor out on the field today.
Cleveland, a hotbed for football, folks.
Yeah.
Howard stopped after a minimal gain. Under 3 minutes to go. Big picture. What have you seen today here, Nathan Segura?
The truth is not much, right? You didn't see the starters of your Cleveland Browns. You haven't seen any of the scheme that you're going to be running. But I saw a team that competed, and on a positive note, it's good to see Kate York executing, because he is supremely talented. Sometimes for kickers, it takes some time, but that was good to see. And then DTR. I think the talk tomorrow will be about DTR and then some of your young receivers. Jamari Thrash, 3 catches for 43 yards. Amari and Brown had a couple of big catches and should have had a touchdown. So young guys making plays. That, to me, is the story. We got to do a better job on the edge on these hot passes, and the Jets. It's like we have no idea the ball's coming this way.
That was Amari Toure.
We got 2 minutes left.
Nice jump right there. Up close to the first down. We'll call it at the 25.
I do think the point you make, though, for the starters next week, that's the joint practices with the Minnesota Vikings. That's where they're going to get the
D-line impressions. I don't really have much of an impression on the D-line. A lot of best players didn't play today. It was fine. I wasn't overwhelmed. They were just kind of a average performance.
I would expect Savinsky was playing a year ago to get some starters in the 3rd and final preseason game out in Seattle.
3rd and short, quick pitch to Howard out to the right side.
Oh, bad run fit by Harden. Oh, my God.
It's pushed out by Christopher Edmonds. And that'll get close down to the 2-minute warning, out of bounds at 2:07.
The thing that's probably the most disappointing today is the inability of the Browns defensive line. We talk about that depth a lot to control the line of scrimmage against Green Bay, especially here in the second half. You would think that's where the Browns would have this big advantage, and unfortunately, that has not materialized at all, as the Packers have really been able to get things going on the ground. They've got 145 yards on the ground and just 56 for the Browns.
You would think last play before the 2-minute warning, Howard up the gut
Boy.
and gets it down to the
Hey, remember in 2019 when that starting defensive line used to look like that?
23 to 10. Here are the waiting moments.
It's not the second string defensive line you're seeing out there, though. It's like the third mixed with the fourth string. Because you're not seeing Dalvin Tomlinson. You're not seeing Shelby Harris. I think you saw a little bit of Maurice Hurst. You saw a little bit of Quentin Jefferson. But you're not seeing Zadarius out there. Like it's not the second string D line. This is like the third.
This part, which is our favorite. Wow. And this is also great. For every pair of glasses or sunglasses sold, a pair of glasses is distributed to someone in need. Try 5 pairs for free at warbyparker.com.
You want customers to know they can trust your business, that their information is safe with you. And to prove it, you need one of these. Thankfully, there's Vanta. Vanta integrates with the tools you already use, from cloud providers to task trackers, to automate the tedious process of gathering the evidence needed to successfully complete a security audit. Secure and grow your business with Vanta, the fast, easy, and trusted way to get compliant.
Your season starts now with NFL Plus Premium. Get access and coverage to all 49 preseason games. See the future stars shine bright. Get a look at the biggest names repping their new teams. Stay connected through the preseason with news and coverage on NFL Network. And relive every big catch, touchdown, and unmissable moment with NFL game replays. Watch the NFL preseason with NFL Plus Premium. Sign up today.
Play the game is brought to you by Roof Max. Think you need a new roof? Then think again. How about DTR to Amari?
That was 3rd and 12 from the Green Bay 15. The completion, he absorbs a big hit, personal foul, and then Aiden Robbins into the end zone. DTR, the story of the day for the Browns. The brightest spot on offense, 14 of 18, 134 yards. Spread the ball around, should have had a touchdown, and then used his legs to extend a drive as well, leaping over a would-be tackler. And he's having fun. He's smiling, and quite frankly, Chris, he should be. He played very well today.
So too is the Packers offense, which has the ball with 2 minutes to go on a 2nd and 4. Howard again, inside the 5. Float
What is that going to be? 3rd and 1?
to the first down. Landon Honeycutt with the stop.
Out of Mars Hill, North Carolina. I had to look this up. I hadn't heard of Mars Hill. He was a defensive player of the year there, 370 tackles, and believe it or not, they've had 3 players drafted, the most recent Denzel Good, an offensive lineman by the Indianapolis Colts in the 7th round, 2015.
Mars Hill. That sounds like one of those made-up high schools.
Yes, it does.
A sitcom on CW or something. 3rd and 1, 196 left. Let's see if the Browns defense can get a stop. And from the first down, hit him out of the end zone. Today's game is produced by Jonathan Siegel, directed by Chris Benson. Our coordinating producer, Joe Kate. Brian Arizari, our tech manager. Our AD was Dan Larson. And thanks to our great Ohio technicians, Griffin Jacobs, Stephanie Cavaco, Gene Winters, Julie Arnold, Jason Lynch. Up here in the booth, Mike Falkenstein, Terry Thames, John Nelson, Matt Smith. Great job. And Stephanie Okafor. Thank you very much. to all the hardworking men and women behind the scenes here at News.
Yes.
Easy to put together these preseason games. We'll just have a
Here,
knee.
take a knee.
And that will do it. All right, so we'll have some handshakes and hugs. And Michael Pratt is excited because he's got a W. Good for him, the rookie out of Tulane. And Kevin Stefanski got plenty of work to do. We'll see the Minnesota Vikings for a couple of joint practices and then a game back here at Cleveland Browns Stadium 1 week from today here on News 5. Kids, enjoy. It's a preseason game. Nobody.
All right. Well, again, preseason game, the results, not really going to be the most important thing. You got some positive stuff out of DTR. It is in the fourth quarter of a preseason game, so you really got to be careful with how far you're willing to go with any effusive praise of DTR in those moments, as far as what that means for his future. But he did play well. And I thought he had some impressive moments, right? That hash throw that he had, I thought was impressive. I thought he had that nice little jump over on the run play. I thought he made some good decisions, threw the ball further than 15 yards, which has been the big criticism of him. Kind of stretched it out a little bit. Good stuff from him. Want to see him continue to do that and continue to do that consistently. We know he can run a functional offense in the fourth quarter of a preseason. We see him do it last year. That's not what's at question with him. The question is, can he expand his game to the point where he's not super limited when you throw him out there in the regular season game? I thought you saw some nice stuff from Jordan Atkins. Also, Devin Bush, I thought, played well in this game for the most part. So that's another thing that I thought went well in this one. Defensive line, I mean, I don't think anybody's going to walk away impressed with the defensive line. Wasn't a ton of starters that were playing, but still you would want just a little bit more pressure. I don't think the Browns forced much pressure in this game, period. So that's something that you want to get better too. Kate York played well. That was good to see. Nice to see. Jamari Thrash, Mitchell Payton. I'll have more on a video about this later on in the day, but that's the Browns' first preseason game. About as much as you can learn from a first preseason game. Not too much on the bone there, but I do think you get to see some good things about some young players on the team. That being said, y'all have a great day. Have an even better night.